seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
Hello and welcome to week 6 and the final qualifier week for the Hyperlux Oversight series. I'm Andrew and Juka. We're his and hers live. It's very nice to meet you.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's going to be a good one today. We're going to have a bit of a mix-up, I would say. If you guys haven't heard the news, recently there have been a little bit of changes with the balancing, perhaps, of maybe one of the best legends in the game. So today we're going to be looking at potential new comps that are being made. I don't think teams are going to be running Horizon as much as they have been. So I'm looking for new comps today, Juka. What are your thoughts on the day?
You know what? I didn't think we'd already have to do another bet on it, but we're going to have to do a Horizon bet because I disagree with you. Yes, Horizon did get a little bit of a secret silent nerf. We'll get into that in a little bit, but you know what? First things first, you guys, we have a really exciting giveaway with Hyperlux. You in chat, it is pinned to the very top of your chat bar. You guys can see it there. It's going to be tomorrow on stream. They are giving away a Seer heirloom. So if you've not purchased it yet, or maybe you still want to try to enter even if you got it, you can gift it to a friend. You can do exclamation point giveaway in chat, and they're going to be giving away an heirloom, so you can learn more about how that giveaway will work. So you do not want to miss that. I know I'm going to be there to enter it. Absolutely. I haven't purchased it yet. I've been kind of on the fence with it because it's beautiful and I don't play Seer, and that's really the only reason, but I love it and I know that I'm going to try to enter it.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. Hopefully not too many people enter because I kind of want it as well. Even though I don't think I'm really going to be playing Seer, it's so fun occasionally to play a random character and just to whip out that heirloom, you know? There's some heirlooms that we have that, probably have like 30 minutes of playtime. So I'm always a fan of the heirlooms, 100, what's $165, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you guys missed a lot of stuff out this week. You do know that the LTM, the game mode control is back. Brand new, lots of skins and so many amazing things for Apex. If you haven't already seen them, make sure you check it out in the shop. But right now, this is all about the final chance for a lot of these teams to try to qualify to not only play in tomorrow's $5,000 week 6 final, but also the $20,000 playoffs. And that's going to be in 2 parts. So the playoffs will be in 2 parts, and there's quite a few teams that have not qualified yet. So they have a lot on the line. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rosters. We'll go through the teams.
Yeah, teams for today. Yeah, we've got some really good teams in the house. Aim Assist once again, rocking some of the absolute best roller players in the game right now, including Funk. And we got Bots, BR Demons, CLG, Complexity, Elevate, Fortuna, NRG in the house. Optic Gaming on a bit of a slump right now. Tripods trying to get some traction up and down. We got the Guard. Guys, we got the Guard in here today. Guard's been playing super well, but as you know, so competitive out there these days. So a lot of teams that are winning one week are getting seemingly dead last the next week. So,
Well, I wouldn't say dead last. They were relegated. They were in 11th place, which is why they only lost by 1 point. So it was 100 Thieves that just barely squeezed in for the finals. So the Guard is, like I said, a super consistent team recently. I'm surprised to even see them in here, but I'm happy because I haven't had a chance to cast over them because they always qualify. And since we've only been doing the qualifiers, I'm excited to watch them play. Andrew mentioned Tripods as well. That's another team that we didn't get to see last week. And then Aim Assist. So Guard, Tripods, and BR Demons, they've already qualified for not only for the playoffs, the $20,000 playoffs. There's so much on the line with this. Teams like Aim Assist, Karasuno, Elevate, Bots, Some Nobodies, Season, Random, Optic Gaming. No, Optic Gaming did qualify. Slept On, OLN, and Smiley all have not qualified yet for the playoffs. So they really have a lot on the line tonight to not only get top 10 so they can get some points to possibly play in the playoffs. Now, not every single team has a chance. Like there's some like Smiley. I believe it is that they have to not only qualify tonight, but they have to get first place to get enough to play in the playoffs. So there's like a lot. There's a lot on the line, but we're going to go through all the details with that later. Like I said, guys, if you're just tuning in, hello. We're just getting started. We have 6 amazing games for you tonight. We're going to do 3 games World's Edge, 3 games Storm Point. This is the final week, the final qualifiers for this Split 2 series.
yeah, guys, and we have some of the best teams in the business tonight. We've got Energy in the house, Complexity, Guard, and I'm going to be interested to see what kind of comps we have tonight. I don't think people are going to run. It hasn't been confirmed whether the Horizon thing was was a bug with the update or an actual nerf. I haven't seen any confirmation, but I would assume at this point, since we don't have any details, there are silent changes that have come about in the past, like with Pathfinder and other legends, and they tend to not be reverted. So I'm thinking that Horizon is here with the nerfed tacticals. So maybe we'll see some comps tonight utilizing some different rotation and movement characters. Looking forward to it.
I want to know how you guys, what you feel about it. Do you think it was a bug or do you think it was intentional? Are you happy about it? Or are you mad about it? Again, guys, we like to do things a little different here. I have the chat up, so I'm keeping a really close eye on chat. I appreciate you. So you sometimes will see me react to something. I see your comments. I see them. I appreciate you. And I have been a Horizon main for quite some time, so this week has been very difficult for me. I appreciate you guys respecting my moments, as I need to just have some time to think about this and more on what has happened to the Space Mommy over the last couple of days. And yeah, it's been a tough time for Horizon mains. But Andrew, we had a bet last week and I lost every bet we made. I think it's time that we do another bet to figure out. You don't think there's going to be that many Horizons. Can you give me a number? How many Horizons do you think we're going to see tonight?
I mean, we'll probably still see a bunch because people are stubborn and people don't want to play other legends. But I'm thinking 20 teams. We'll see. I think 5 of the teams will have a Horizon.
Okay, so you're going to go 5 or less?
5 or less.
That feels pretty good. You're kind of taking big odds with this. I don't think I want to bet anything on this other than pride. Are we okay with just pride and ego?
Yeah. What?
Okay.
Any catalyst?
I mean, that's the most important thing.
Any catalyst?
Catalyst? Yeah, I do think we'll see some. Maybe 1 or 2. More so on. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm thinking 1 or less. You're thinking 2 or more?
We're doing a catalyst event again?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Well, we have 18 teams playing tonight. We do only have 18 teams playing tonight. This is actually the first time ever. I wonder if that's going to shake things up a bit. I'm actually excited to see 18 teams. Maybe we'll see less third parties, and this will truly be a battle of which team is the best with a little bit less crowding on the map. I think that'll be cool. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it'll be good. Like I said, we're gonna have some really good teams, and I'm interested to see what comps they run. So we'll be getting at it very shortly here with game number 1. You haven't missed anything yet, guys. And we got some Mad Maggies in the chat. We might see some Maggies. We've seen a couple Maggies in the past couple weeks. You know, we saw Aberlelli running Maggie and had some pretty sweet plays. But I mean, me personally, I wouldn't be pushing a Maggie for my pro team, but it's fun to experiment, you know, in these tournaments for sure.
Let's remember that Horizon's ultimate has not been touched. Let's also remember that her lift is still a very valuable asset, and the entire team can take the lift. So yeah. I think that we're going to maybe not see some pop-off clip moments where someone one-clips someone out of the air as they're taking the gravity lift up, but that's okay. That is okay. I think that it's still extremely a useful ability, and I still think we're going to see some Horizons.
Yeah, I mean, the Horizon was definitely... I mean, I think one of the best parts of Horizon on the way up, you would see some of these players 225ing each other on the way up the lifts. So, I mean, that's a massive change. You know, if you're only using that lift for movement, I mean, imagine if you could have perfect aim off a jump pad or perfect aim off of a Pathfinder zip line. I mean, it would completely change the game. So, you know, it doesn't seem that big, but I think it's a pretty big deal. I think it's a pretty big deal.
Okay. So again, guys, we have 18 amazing teams that are going to be competing tonight. Tonight is the qualifier, so no prize money on the line, but top 10 is all that matters. 10 teams will move forward to play in tomorrow's $5,000 event, and this is week 6 and the final week of the series. And then the following week, we are going to be having the finals. It's a 2-part finals, $20,000 on the line to the best 20 teams that have played performance-wise the entire 6-week period of this tournament series. So this is split 2 of the Oversight HyperLux series, providing hours and hours of entertainment for the Apex competitive scene and thousands of dollars for the players. So thank you guys, everyone, for being here. We appreciate you so much. Overall standings as far as the tournament series go, I'm not sure if we have that, but a lot of that information, if you follow HyperLux, and if you follow, I believe just HyperLux channel, they'll be posting all those details.
I've seen some of the players recently. They've mentioned, you know, maybe playing too much is not good for their mental. Also, you've seen Energy recently has taken a couple tournaments off, especially like maybe qualifiers. They're not really playing as much as I've seen them play. Judy, what do you think about that? As far as you think, we'll see tonight. Is Energy going to show up and be the best version of themselves? Do you think?
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, so I'll be watching that tonight. And I've seen also recently, you guys have seen Madness with MPS. They've been playing really well, and I heard him say, they've been playing a lot less than normal. They had a break, and then they're picking and choosing a little bit better. So that'll be interesting to see as we move forward. Teams trying to pick and choose and be more specific and not just drain themselves.
Yep. But I want you guys to keep the hype in the chat. I want to see some emotes of who you're rooting for. I appreciate you guys being here so much. Again, NRG has already qualified for the playoffs, so tonight is simply really going to be a practice for them.
Right.
Again, they just really want to get into top 10 tonight and then maybe a chance to win some money. So tonight and tomorrow, really good practice. But like I said, they've already qualified for the playoffs. So has teams like Guard, Tripods, BR Demons. A lot of these teams have already guaranteed their spots. So that is what it is.
All right, here we go. So we have the 18 teams up on deck here. I'm looking at the compositions, and I am seeing 1 Horizon, 2.
Was that it?
2. I mean,
Was that it?
we've had.
You know what? If there were 20 teams, there would be at least 4 Horizons.
We've had weeks before where it was 15 plus teams had a Horizon, right?
I think so, yes.
So this is a pretty interesting scenario. This is what I thought would happen. I saw a lot of Valkyries. I see a lot of Seer. Seer is still untouched, undiminished, the perfect legend. So we saw a lot of Seers in the house and a couple Bloodhounds in there. But yeah, a lot of Valk and a lot of Seer. This is what we used to see a couple months ago. Pretty much every team exclusively running Seer and Valk.
Okay, again, 18 teams in this tournament, so we should see some pretty fair landings. We really should. We're taking a look at the map overall, and you can see exactly how spread out all of these teams are going, and I think it could be a couple minutes before we see some actions. The only reason why we would see some shooting early game would be if these teams are just vying for a drop spot for ALGS or some other upcoming tournaments, but it looks like a fair drop among all of the players. And like I said, I'm excited for this because I think this is really going to showcase the best of the best with eliminating the RNG of a 50-50.
Yeah. I also like the idea of 18 squads on a pro server. It's a little bit less rotational RNG. The zone isn't going to dictate whether like the teams on the far side die to rotation as much. We're going to see a few more clean fights without third parties. Due to there being less crowding on the map. So, yeah, I like the idea of less teams on a map like this with these teams.
Okay, now we're looking at Slept On. Guys, Slept On not only needs to qualify tonight, but they also have to get first place in tomorrow's final to qualify for the playoffs. So, I mean, imagine if they could not only just show up tonight, but just dominate tomorrow and squeeze on in there. That would be quite the success story for Slept On.
Be a nice relaxing start for all the teams. Everyone pretty much is going to be on blues and purples minimum, except for RKN apparently.
I love seeing Hackus with a little bit of a substitution there. Hackus has subbed for a couple of the teams before. I know he's subbed for Tripods a couple weeks, I believe in Split 1, so it's good to see him back. Hackus is just one of those well-rounded players that I think plays just seamlessly with whoever he is with. A great leader and just super stellar EU player.
I saw Hackus. Was that for XSET?
Yes, I think he was subbing on that team, it looked like.
Got you. So it did look like Guard was pretty close to XSET there as they are rotating, and it does. We do have about 4 teams here colliding, so this could be a little bit of an early spice here for us.
Okay, this might be our first skirmish of the night, and we do have Complexity taking over the building inside here, dropping a couple of fences. 2 blue shields and a white shield, but none of them really have a shield on right now, except for Shiny.
Ooh, getting really low there. You're going to definitely hear the aggressor team there. Was it Smiley coming in? Shields cracked, and they are going to hold the roof. They are not quite treating this like pubs or ranked. They're playing a bit safer here, putting a little pressure. They're going to get the high ground, maybe. I didn't see if there was a beacon there or not, but
I don't think there's any chance for them to hit that at all right now, especially since I saw the guard right behind them. So they're kind of pinched right now. They need to be careful and stay tight as a group and just try to quickly find a better spot to maybe set up shop.
yeah, they're not really going to be able to pursue that any as Complexity does have to rotate back, so this is going to hamper their efforts to get into perfect zone. We do have the no sight 301 coming out of here, and it does look like Smiley is going to back up. They have identified that Complexity went ahead all the way down inside of a building, so I don't think Smiley wants to be screwing around down there.
Okay. We do have a Sentinel fairly kitted on this gun as well. You guys know the Sentinel did have another bit of a buff as well. It takes less cells, so I think we're going to be seeing and hearing a lot of charged up Sentinel shots. And do my eyes deceive me? Am I seeing a Revenant on Storm Point?
There you go. You have the Watson and the Revenant, so a little bit of in-game potential with Watson, and then you have also some free pushes with the Revenant, so the combination, kind of cool.
Okay. I haven't seen a Revenant since Lou was playing him on Sen, so I'm excited to see Rev and comp again.
Did you see what they just did? They went ahead and Valculted. They saw that they maybe had this team isolated, and I'm thinking they're going to try to push a 3v3 Rev push right here against Complexity. Is that what's happening?
That combination of the ultimate abilities right there. It seems like something like that could happen. You know, that Rev ult does take a while to charge up, though. I just saw the newly buffed Prowler in hand as well. That gun is extremely strong right now. I've been enjoying using it, especially in control. And we do have the Crypto ult going in, doing some damage there. And look at the top left, though, Andrew. There is a team just W-keying straight around the corner here. They might lay low till they see some knocks before they make an appearance.
What? Why aren't they healing their shields? No one's healing any shields. Oh, they're waiting for the gen, is that?
Yep. Absolutely going to get that free one with a nice flick right there. 70 damage.
So yeah, they were not flustered by the Crypto ult at all. They knew it was just a fake out, and they would just literally just sat with no shields and waited for the gen, so.
Yeah. Yeah, again, these players know. You know, everything's on anonymous mode, so they don't know exactly who's fighting, but they know what comp everyone's running for the most part. All right, let's go ahead and look. And we do have dropped subbing for Optic. Getting the knock and slept on, going out early. That is unfortunate for them and not a good start, considering not only do they need to qualify, but win tomorrow to play in the playoffs. So they can still maybe make up for it. There's a couple other chances.
Yeah, and that was, I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but yeah, Optic Gaming with drop there didn't even really have any shield damage, so maybe they third-partied that fight. I'm not exactly sure.
Okay. Game 1, if you're just tuning in, this is the first game of the qualifier, and no, I mean, they're the first team eliminated for the time. No, it looks like we did possibly lose another team earlier as well.
It was some nobodies, I think. It was
Yeah, we
SN.
did. Yep, we did.
So yeah, apparently this is the go-to spot here, according to all the teams setting up shop. The Watson fences are going down, and everyone is going to sit here and wait for all 16 teams to get close before we start shooting. But it does look like NRG might have a little bit of gatekeep here, and
yeah, Elevate with the zone to their back, so they're just going to quickly try to rotate up and avoid them. As you can see, they are taking a little bit of zone damage as we go over to their point of view. Trying to go as far right as you can. I saw that double time activated by Banks. That means they were actively getting shot at. But let's go ahead and look at CLG. CLG right now.
Ooh, Aberlelli taking some damage there. Keon wingmanning Aberlelli down so fast.
Thermite. That was a very good therm. That's going to take Nano out, and there's just one player left.
Sheesh. Yeah, Aberlelli had pretty decent amount of health there, and then it was all instantly gone. So CLG on the run right now, gonna maybe try to get out and get banners in a second, but NRG is fighting against Elevate here. It does look like NRG has a huge lead on the fight, and there goes Elevate out. That was quick.
Look at that, just on height, Andrew. Height is crucial. Height is king, and that's why I still think once players get used to the fact that you can't one clip out of the Horizon tack, maybe we'll start to see some Horizon plays again, but NRG was just in the superior position in that fight to take out Elevate.
In my opinion, if let's say Elevate had a Horizon there, NRG had high ground, I think they're taking damage on the lift up in the Horizon.
Absolutely.
And not putting any damage out, and I think you just start the fight off on a really bad foot there. As before, the Horizon used to almost have the advantage on the lift up. You would be beaming them harder than they were shooting you oftentimes. So now the tables have turned. It's not just a free. It's not a free lift anymore where you get an automatic 225 out of it. I don't know. It's like a
Yeah.
whole different thing.
Yeah, maybe just change your strategy with it a little bit. Like I said, I don't think she's completely dead yet. All right,
The way
looking
they
over at
used to play
Energy. Energy looking super strong, getting a couple of shots on a team that is just trying to desperately craft in the zone. Triple purple shields and a couple kills.
Tripods. Tripods out here, guys. They're getting stalked a bit here. First time we've seen them today in game 1. And they do look like they're rotating away from Optic here. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and slide down the hill. And they are trying to rotate around the far north side here near North Pad. Try to get into zone without using the Valk ult, potentially. I don't know. We'll see. Nick
Okay.
Mercs. Oh!
Going down to drops. Eva and Deeds and Jen are going to walk up here and be aggressive.
Caught out. I don't think Nick had any audio on that because
I don't think so either.
he just dropped like a rock there. Didn't put up much of a fight either. And it's going to be a 3v2 here. Optic Gaming going to go ahead and push. And that was a vanishing act there. I'm not sure where that person... Oh, there. Wow.
Where were they? I didn't see them at all. He just popped out and shot him after he swung wide. And they are going to clean up tripods just like that. Skittles dropped and knocked GG, taking tripods out. They had the sneak attack to start. So it really essentially was a 3v2, but that was still a good, clean fight. And a lot of kills for Optic to get a great start in game 1.
Does look like we have another fight. All his teams try to rotate in from the north side. And Crummy, Mercy going down to 1 HP. And we do have the roller aim assist boys in the tunnel looking to get close here. But they are being held off. No, they're going to try to make some progress. No Horizon to get free height here. And they are stuck on low ground. Trying to fight from low ground. And it is so low here. It is Crummy on 20 HP. Mercy the only one with any type of health. So 3 teams around here fighting.
Okay, and I do see Sweet just kind of rotating wide in to kind of finish what he started. And look at Chaotic there. Did end up, it looks like, getting aim assist eliminated.
Yeah, and it does look like Sweet... I think Sweet probably got the KP for that too. So aim assist was stuck in the tunnel there. Sweet went ahead and finished that fight up. And it does look like Energy's going to push over here and not pursue any further there as Crummy and Mercy do get to heal up and live.
All right, 13 squads are left. Only down to 13 squads. This tournament is only going to have 18 squads playing tonight, so it's really interesting to see how that's going to change up the dynamic and how, you know, we're really seeing a pretty fair drop. But I still am surprised at how quickly we saw some fights and saw some action, and a lot of that was because I think teams were trying to quickly get to the Cascades area and try to maybe get one of the beacons to figure out where the next zone is going to be. And I don't know if this is a bug or if we only have a duo on this squad here. It could be a spectator bug, but I'm not sure if we just had a mid-game disconnect.
Here we go. Here we go. I did see a couple teams getting close to each other. Gotcha.
Okay.
So here we go. Okay, we're getting safe in the
getting
building.
his shield taken right there to NRG. NRG is just dominating so far tonight. They're not going to follow up on that because there are a couple of other fights right in the area.
Yeah, it does look like Team Smiley here holding high ground. Also, we have another fight. Complexity finally getting pushed inside this building. Complexity's been here basically the whole game. We saw them earlier get run down to the building, and it does look like we have a couple teams potentially colliding here.
Dude, I just saw Hackus get deleted by a thermite. It looked like Xset had at least one player still up. We have a couple of fights going on at the same exact time, guys. Bombs are down, and look at all of these fences.
Yeah, team
Definitely
bots.
do a great job of slowing down. Bots trying to destroy those fences so they can quickly move in and out of this building and fight as needed.
On the roof, Smiley, we got Sang on the roof. We got a Watson. You saw the Watson gen on the roof doing a lot of work there as bots trying to make some type of progress. No Horizon makes any roof position super strong right now. And it does look like Smiley's going to try to drop down and take some angles off of the initial damage there. And they are looking really good on shields right now. So that Bangalore smoke's going to turn them away. They don't have digis, and they aren't sure if the team inside has digis. So If you walk
Right.
into that, it could be bad.
Smiley and Bots, 2 teams that have not qualified for playoffs yet, so they need to play well tonight and tomorrow. Be able to participate in the $20,000 playoffs.
Juka, I've never seen High Ground have so much respect.
Yeah?
This is the first time I've ever seen High Ground have any respect in Apex in the past couple months.
Yeah, I guess you're not seeing a team queue up on that Horizon lift and just kind of shoot anything off. So yeah, that is kind of surprising to see. It's pain to get into a good spot early.
Yeah, and
All right, here we
go.
go. Prowler, look at the Prowler. Is that damage increase on it? Even subtle with just a 1 damage increase per bullet, but makes a big difference. It has such a great time to kill. A cool shield crack, not going to be enough. And Smiley take out Bots.
Nice fight from Smiley there. They did come down off the roof, and they did take out Bots. We do have a couple super low players here on the edge. I'm not sure what the heck's going on. It's like a mixture of players all smashed in here at the rock.
I know, I'm surprised we're seeing so many blue shields as round 3 is getting ready to close.
All right.
ERD trying to get somewhat wedged in a little rock here.
The BR Demons on the very edge of zone here. Looks like a lot of teams on the edge as well, looking to try to slide in for some type of third party. So many teams alive at this point. 12 teams, that's a lot here. And dude, there's no Horizon. Look at this. It's like a...
I know. That's why I still think Horizon could be good. Again, unfortunately, no damage connecting with that thermite, but they do know that there are people up there, and they're kind of wedged in the rock, trying to spike some grenades to see if they can cancel that res. Vayne, I don't know if he was on cooldown with his sear tack.
Clawing at the rock.
But he knows they're there, and they can't do anything about it. All right, NRG in a great spot again, not only on high ground. Sweet did end up dropping down there to get a little bit more aggressive, but I think it maybe was a little bit of an accident, so he's going to go back up to height. They do have a sear ult on height, and they just want to invite the enemies over to them, and those were some great 30-30 shots.
The teams are going to move over to the no-name. This is where the zone looks like it might be pulling at this point. Guard getting some nice damage in, but also taking a ton of damage from third parties on the side, so... I don't even know how Rambo's alive after that.
I don't know how he's alive either, but we do have a Kraber in play. Everyone, watch out. We have a Kraber in play, looking for a cheeky angle. Nobody is safe. See if we can get a shot here. Do not want to overextend yourself at all. Random eliminated in the kill feed.
A lot of teams converging here as we do move into a much smaller zone. 10 squads left, and look at the zone not offering much cover for any of the teams. Guard is in this building, but this building is not safe. The next zone is going to be mostly in the open.
Okay. We're looking here to connect a shot. The Seer just barely avoiding that. Oh. And I don't know how that didn't connect, but we did lose the 2 teammates. And RKN is just going to be in a bit of shambles here as he's getting chased down by double Prowlers.
Tragedy.
And Guard are eliminated.
Juka, I mean, that is the Kraber for you right there. It's either going to make or break a fight. If you don't hit any shots, your team is just left out to dry.
Yep,
he needed one of those shots to hit there. His team was desperately fighting, but the Kraber, you know, it can be brutal like that sometimes.
It absolutely can be. Okay. Now, again, as Andrew mentioned, this is a super open end zone. This could be good for the Bangalores that we have in the game, and I think we have a couple of them still left. Complexity and RG kind of on top of each other right now, though.
We got the zone closed, and teams are going to start stacking on each other. These buildings are going to be home to 3 teams potentially here shortly. There's only 2 of them kind of partially in on the edge. NRG, I like this spot, though. If I was going to be in this final zone, I would want some building cover. This looks like NRG is looking for some type of entry to a fight. Several teams are fighting over here on the edge, but it is going to be hard for NRG to look at this. I see a little bit of Horizon action. This is almost the first Horizon action we've seen as people are going up in the lift, but...
It's not the first. We saw it earlier with the tripods fight, but that's okay. Going back over to BRD. They're just trying to... Look at this. They really don't have any cover in front of them other than this rock, but they are not safe. Having to avoid those bang bombs, heal up, and then I don't know where they're going to play off of. They have like a tree stump, maybe a random rock somewhere. All right, Reptar wanting to take advantage while you are on that Bloodhound ult. scanning 5 hostiles in the area, and this is just going to be absolute magic here with the Prowler, spiking some grenades. Digi on the Prowler, don't even really need it since you're on the ult still.
Oh,
and that was a nice clip right there. Well done, Reptar. Optic Gaming eliminated, BRD eliminated. And they should make this in the highlight reel for Apex, because this is exactly why this is the Prowler season. Prowler meta, get ready.
Prowler Digi. It's gonna be a good counter to all the Bangalores we're gonna see. And yeah, we just saw a great example. Prowler is going to be very strong as we go in here with the Wingman Prowler combination. Nice. CLG eliminated as well. Down to 4 squads. And this is a nice big area for 4 squads now. This should play out pretty cleanly for the teams that we have left.
All right, final 4 squads. Complexity all in a building still. They're doing okay, but they are going to have to fight here as neither team is safe.
Yeah, they are getting... They're losing this fight a bit here. They are going to be going around the backside. I think NRG is holding the top of the hill, so Complexity going to be getting shot in the back from NRG as well on the side from Kara. So Karasuna coming in with the James Fearless.
I like this play right there, just trying to, find any little tiny thing to hide on, to sit on, as they're all in bins. And I don't know if that pylon's going to be safe, because the last one that we just saw Complexity try to throw down got immediately destroyed by NRG, who's still looking down at these 2 teams in front of him.
Juga, I like what I saw. Sweet using the Bangalore bombs to go ahead and distract the other team, while NRG is going to go try to clean up this fight. You see him zoning the other team out, looking for free kills here. Going to go ahead and clean up the teams in the bin here. And now we have a 2 squad left situation. Now the other team can come in after all the Bangalore bombs have gone down.
I don't know if NRG can be stopped. They must be feeling pretty good based off of all of the kills and all of the fights that they've been taking and winning tonight. But we are looking now at Season versus NRG. Pretty even health on both teams for the time being. And that was a crazy strafe. Hakulo's going to go down there to Sweet.
Yeah, Sweet with the Digi on the car there, taking him down. And it is all 3 players of NRG up. And I think they might be taking this fight. Nathan going down. We got a 2v2 situation. Big flank here. Guild the last one up, a 1v2, but both players are super low. Guild's going to go ahead and swing. You got to push here. You can't let any bats go off.
Not
we
reloading
don't have
the other gun.
No
Getting
Digi.
the knock. Getting the knock on one. There's just 1 player left. Going to play it a little bit safe. Try to get some heal. I hear both players healing right here. And what a good 1v1 to finish out this first game. Who is it going to be? I can't see anything.
Oh, the stun.
The 360 around the knockdown shields. Can't even see what he's shooting. And Season somehow did pull that off and are going to be your champions on game 1. I could have gone either way.
Yeah, so that was the Bangalore. And the Bangalore that was getting circles run around is actually the team that ended up winning.
We have our Apex champions.
Just sitting inside of the smoke there. Guild had no Digi threat. That was a coin flip. I don't know actually how that fight actually played out.
I didn't even know that he was hiding behind the knockdown shield. I couldn't even see him.
I didn't know that anybody was doing any damage. I just heard bullets being shot. That was pretty awesome, though. I really like the way that game played out, Jugo.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was fun.
All of the high ground teams being able to just play like a normal BR. I mean, this is pretty mind-blowing for me. A lot of different fighting that we've seen recently.
That was a good clip right there.
Really good fight here at the end here. 3v3. It went down to the last 2 players up. Look at this. Knockdown shields just blocking all the bullets.
I mean, I saw so much damage popping up. And without delay, we're going to get right into the game 1 scores. And you guys just saw it right there with a big dub and 13 kills. That's going to be a 25-point game. 25-point game for them. GG and well done. NRG with the 9 kills. That's 18 points for them. Karasuno, Optic Gaming, and Smiley rounding out your top 5 for game 1. With that much action, and I can't wait to see how the rest of the games are going to play out. I'm just telling you, whenever tournaments start on Storm Point 2, I feel like it's always just a good vibe and a better time, and that was quite the game. Season needed a lot of points. Season needed those points, and they need to play well tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, so Judy, I mean, my initial impressions, and I almost want to try to find a meme for this. I feel like all the players just got their wings clipped. Everyone in the previous series were just floating around in the air. Everyone is just shooting down on people's heads. And now everyone's stuck on the ground. It's like this whole new world. It's a bunch of ants running around instead of a falcon fight. Like, did you get that feeling too?
I did not get as much of the feeling as you are making it out to be, but I hear you loud and clear that you're happy about the Horizon bug slash nerf. I hear it.
It was just a different.
And I think we're going to be hearing a lot more of it tonight. So if you were a Horizon main, I'm sorry. I was too. I'm still mourning, and he was clearly not one. So he just does not understand. He doesn't understand.
I'm only saying that the fights look different, and teams that had the advantage of high ground, which historically is supposed to be a big deal, actually were able to retain some advantage this game. I don't know. It just felt a little different than normal.
All right, guys, there's a lot of big stuff coming up. You can do exclamation point giveaway in chat. Make sure you do not miss out on the Seer Heirloom. A Seer Heirloom giveaway tomorrow. Don't miss it. There's going to be the finals tomorrow at the same time. Same place, same time. Exclamation point giveaway in chat. You can also do exclamation point now if you want to see the current scores, if you didn't screenshot it or see when we just went over it. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back with game number 2.
Yield's gonna go ahead and swing. You gotta push here. You can't let any bats go off.
Not
we
reloading
don't have
the other
a digi.
gun.
No
Getting
digi.
the knock. Getting the knock on one. There's just one player left. Gonna play it a little bit safe. Try to get some heal. I hear both players healing right here. And what a good 1v1 to finish out this first game. Who is it going to be? I can't see anything.
Oh, the stun.
The 360 around the knockdown shields. Can't even see what he's shooting, and Season somehow did pull that off and are going to be your champions on game 1. I could have gone.
While the Rolling Thunder does come down and provides some level of movement forward here for Luminosity, those ordinances are just so punishing. A drop down to the low ground, but his Watson and Gru don't find the knock. They're going to turn this one right back towards the edge of zone, and right around do they find that RE45, just as nasty as it is. First drop onto Yanya, now potentially more.
I'm gonna have nightmares of the sounds of RE45s in the hands of others as Panders just absolutely goes in, making that clean sweep for Luminosity, but it's Oxygen who wants a piece of this. Hill actually with more damage than Fury. That digi threat on the RE45 is gonna be the nemesis of Crook as he falls. Hill taking too much damage. Now enemy, the last one standing in a 1v2 scenario.
Oh, Furia here, and last member left standing alive. Oxygen, both flesh as well. One more shot will do him in. Oxygen, even with a third, can't finish this one off.
Hello and welcome back. That wasn't too long, was it? All right, if you're just tuning in, we are His and Hers Live. I am Juka, and this over here is Andrew. We're going to be your casters for this evening. Andrew, tell me about game 1. What did you like? What didn't you like?
I don't know. I'm just thinking back. Just one fight that I thought was interesting. You know, Tripods kind of got snuck up on by Optic Gaming early on in that game, and Nick Merckx immediately down and split from the teammates. If you were the two teammates, knowing, you know, you're probably going to be up against Optic or NRG 2v3, do you just try to retreat? It was only zone 2. They could have gone like around the rock and back and gotten the banner, or do you try to fight that? Like, what do you think?
I think they were too close. I don't think they could retreat. You'd rather die, you know, shooting than die getting shot in the back. And that's something that you and I differ, and I know with our playstyle a lot, where you like to retreat. But the only reason why you live and retreat is because I am the bullet sponge. I am the meat shield because they're shooting me. So I would rather die fighting than die getting shot in the back. And I think they did everything they possibly could there. And I think they were too close to turn around. They would have been chased down.
Okay.
Cool. They had a whole hill to slide down, you know, right there where they had a hill they could slide down. They couldn't have gotten away.
Yeah, it was a brave 2v3. I don't think I've ever seen it work out in these lobbies. You know, everything's generally pretty much by the book. A 2v3 is maybe 1 out of 30 times it might work. So
Well, they're just all so evenly matched. The players really are. And you know, I noticed that there weren't too many third parties there. I feel like we did see a lot of fair fights, and maybe that could be something, you know, with 18 teams in a lobby that's just the thing. So these games are playing out a little differently from any professional tournament that I've had the pleasure of casting, so I'm excited to see. And that was just a great game one. I kind of liked that zone just way out in the open. And yeah, that was an exciting start to tonight. And for a team that needed points, a team that absolutely needed points to get top 10 tonight and to get top 10 tomorrow to make the playoffs. So season well done. Let's see if you guys can carry that momentum going forward to game 2, which we are just getting ready to start in a couple of seconds.
yeah, I see you guys in chat too talking about. You guys said that you think Bang is more of a counter to aim assist than it is anything else. I mean, you did see Sweet there at the end of last game use the Bangalore bombs to really help zone off the team, and they were able to go and have a fair fight there. So that's definitely tactically. I mean, Bangalore has some really good abilities, but certainly I often wonder, like, what does Guild think in that situation? Because the whole final fight was all smoked out, Guild 1v1ing, and it was all in the smoke. So, you know, I wonder if there's no Digi, and Guild's on roller. So I'm just thinking, like, man.
What I saw him do, I saw nothing but damage popping up for every single bullet. I just think a lot of it, unfortunately, was on some of the players that was knocked down, some of it on the knockdown shield as well. But that Bang just did some superior movement, just popping up and just rotating around. And just, you know, like I said, I couldn't even see where they were. They were sandwiched in between both of their teammates. Like, that was just the best, like, human ball of knockdown shield protection that I've ever seen. But if you're looking at the map on your screen, you can see the dotted white line. That dotted white line is where the zone is pulling, and I love this. We have a super central zone. Any data miners in chat want to call out where the next one's going to be? It's all the information you get.
Yeah, the central zones are really hard to tell. I mean, obviously, if it starts pulling north or south, east or west, you can often guess it. The zone often just keeps pulling in that direction. But we do have a little bit of a southern barometer.
Someone's gonna say
finish
barometer, but no. If that's what you were typing, you are correct. Yes, we can see now that green zone there, and we do have a fair drop. Like we saw, we might have a couple of teams try to quickly rotate over to where Complexity is. We did see Complexity and Guard kind of near each other last game, and that is because they're trying to get that beacon.
I don't know. Just thinking some theory here overall in Apex. It's an interesting conversation to have. I know. I see you guys talking about the Bangalore in the chat, and it gets me thinking. I know NA is super heavy controller dominant, and I know like EU and Asia regions aren't. So once they all have international tournaments, it'll be very interesting to see what compositions people end up running. You know, a lot of Watsons and cryptos out of the Asia regions. So just completely different play styles right now. And the international tournaments will be really fascinating as well.
Well, you don't have to wait too long to see. You don't at all. And I don't know if any of you guys have been following the international scrims that have been happening as well, but a lot of the teams, it's just always refreshing to see a mix of the comp to give us a little bit of taste of what's to come in the next couple of weeks.
Complexity
okay.
hitting the rotates. All the teams moving along. 18 squads up. We have 18 squads only on the map today, so no teams have died yet, and no damage has really been done, though. But we have Complexity and Guard walking into each other. Rambo getting called out right now and potentially going down to 1 HP. Monday!
Ooh.
Whoa. What just killed Monday?
Oh, my goodness. Okay, I thought Complexity was winning that fight, but it kind of went the other way. They did almost equal amounts of damage to each other. Now, keep in mind, they only had a white shield, so I really do think that was an even trade as far as health goes, but you know what? Doesn't matter. If you're knocked, it doesn't matter at the moment, but they immediately got the res and could not push up on that as the teammate was providing some insane cover fire. And I think the Guard's going to probably just quickly try to go to a building. Complexity might open this up and try to look at the fence. That fence was placed very, very quickly.
Yeah, really nice cover fire there out of the Guard, right when you thought Complexity had that. And I think, yeah, Complexity getting shot in the back, maybe? Or was that as a charge rifle?
I think that's Rambo. I think that's Rambo. If we know the Guard's nearby and someone just gets down to one shot with a charge rifle, I think that's what that is. But you know what? It's CLG right on the backside there, as you can see. Oh, the chopper doing some work right there. Look at the combination.
Oh, right onto the barbed wire.
Oh, no, no. What a terrible, brutal, violent death for Complexity as they just got super pinched. We do still have 18 teams up here, but this is all about to change. Are we hearing a Sentinel versus a Prowler? Close range? That is just no contest here as Crummy's looking to try to get a couple of final shots on that Valk floating around as they lose their Newcastle.
Yeah, and this is randoms coming in as well against the backside of CLG. So CLG on the backside of Complexity, randoms coming in on the backside of CLG. So a pretty big cluster there as all the teams are trying to rotate down south, and it is turning into a traffic jam.
One thing I do notice is almost everyone is running a Prowler, Andrew. You see this. You believe that 1 damage per shot. You know, a 3-burst gun, that's enough to really make that one of the best close-range guns right now. I think I'm seeing more Prowlers than shotguns.
Yeah, shotgun meta definitely is not the play right now. I mean, certainly when we had a lot of Gibbies around, running around bubble fighting, shotguns very appealing, but now, you know, the shotguns have pretty bad mid-range damage, and Prowlers have great mid-range damage. So if you can get a great mid-range as well as great close range, the Prowler is kind of ticking all the boxes.
Yeah. Do have a couple of other knocks and slept on, unfortunately, going down again. Here, looks like the tail end of a fight for Optic Gaming as they rack up a couple of points.
17 squadrons up. Optic Gaming off to a really good start today. Dropped on the team, so it's kind of hard to tell if they've actually got the rhythm for real, because Dropped is a G, and he'll be kind of carrying any team he's on, so let's keep an eye on them.
I stand corrected on that. Apologies. You know what? I just go by the sound that I hear, and I stand corrected with the number of burst shots on the Prowler. Thank you for that. It is indeed 5. Whatever reason, when I hear it, I hear brap, brap. So I always thought that was the difference, and I'm embarrassed to say I am a Prowler enjoyer and have been even before the buff.
Teams are kind of stacking up here. Barometer is the furthest side of zone, is probably going to end up pulling this direction. Bot's getting some nice damage in there, but instead of dropping down, opting to heal and hold the high ground, which we've seen. Something to be reckoned today, the high ground holders. And it does look like this is going to be a rough fight for Smiley. You can see the teams coming in behind. That area kind of reminds me of Promenade, you know? Like, it's that central area where it's just nobody wins.
I know. When they first released this map, that Jurassic Park area is one where they just say, do not fight there if you can avoid it. But Smiley, as a duo right now, but with the RE45, still one of the best guns in the game at the moment. Playing a little aggressive. All right, you would think they were gonna... No, they're trying to cover and make sure there's plenty of space, plenty of damage. They're going to probably take... getting the thirst there. And
2v2?
Crummy and Amigo
No,
want to walk up. No, it is a 3v2. And here we go. Crummy with the Prowler in hand. Doing less damage than he took. And the hipfire on the Spitfire is really, really not that good. But you know what? Namigo made it look much better than it actually is in the hands of a non-pro. Well done. NRG zooming by the bottom of your screen, walking over to Elevate. And they want to take this fight as they just had a juicy a juicy Valk tack. They're going to swing wide here and clean up. Look at these. Absolute one shot. There we go. Elevate eliminated. NRG is doing such a good job tonight of not only fighting and winning their fights, but they are just insanely fast and not even giving any other team an opportunity to third them.
Yeah, where on earth is Sweet? Maybe just holding a super split angle here, maybe looking for third parties, and just like that, down to not many teams. Look how large the map is. So much space for teams to move around right now, and only teams that we have near each other. Looks like Optic taking a couple shots over there at the aim assist team.
Aim assist kind of pinched with Xset right behind them, but I did see Xset still had a white shield on the team, so they might be playing a little safe and wait until they see a lot of knocks before they move up. And Andrew, I see a Horizon, okay?
Okay. First time game 2.
I see a Horizon. Optic Gaming going to try to hold an angle here, rotate back and around, and I do not think they know about Xset quite yet.
Yeah, Seer gonna go ahead and get the scan, stop the battery. That is bad news for whoever that is. Designful getting caught out by this Seer, and that is one of Seer's best abilities. One of the best abilities in the game. You can stop that battery and just leave that person exposed. So looking really good for Optic as they swing around the rock here. Xset is going to put pressure on them as well, though, so they got to be careful about pushing. And
Yep.
I think Optic's going to try to push back around and go to safety.
As soon as Optic saw that Xset was there, even though Optic was completely winning that fight, you could even see mid-slide, there was like a backwards movement. They just quickly put the brakes on and just did not want to be involved with that fight anymore at the moment. And the winners of last game, let's go ahead and take a look at them and see. Making a couple grenades here that...
Oh,
walking around looking for that last seer. And they are pinched. They are absolutely pinched. 2 players down on Xset.
yeah, really nice zoning there out of the Bangalore smoke. And yeah, season looking really good today so far with Hakulo playing Reptar. This is a double scan composition right now. And I was trying to get you to play this the other day, Juka. 2 scanners and Bangalore. I mean, I think this is a pretty amazing composition. You have the Seer, but Seer isn't great once all the abilities are on cooldown, so you can just smoke everything. If anything's on cooldown from the Seer, then you have the Bloodhound scans. Pretty solid comp there.
It's a frustrating comp to go against for a lot of these teams. I mean, you have the Bangalore Smoke, who just provides the visual clutter, like you were saying, also hinders with the AA a little bit, and then just the double scans. And in a shooter game, just having constant information on where every enemy is so annoying to fight against. It is. But they are very vulnerable. They are vulnerable to defense. Really, not the only defense that they have for the moment is just going to be the bang bombs, which, you know, are pretty easy to counter.
Yeah, it's just one of the best fighting comps right now. I think if we do see a fallout of Horizon, the scan legends are still super sturdy. So
okay, I like this
the
end
comp.
zone. Lots of spaces and barometers. So many buildings here where you can have a couple of teams in these edge buildings, and then usually a team can even be in the bottom of the center building and then holding high ground of the center building. So there's a lot of space here where we could see, hopefully, a slowdown in these fights, because I want a juicy end game. I want to see a lot of teams alive late game.
Yeah, the duo here, if any team recognizes this, and they do, does look like Sivian's going to get some nice shots here. Naughty getting a knock here on Stomp, so we're going to have a 2v2 situation. Naughty going down. It's going to be up to Sivian right now. Going to probably drop, and that Arcstar needed to hit. It's going to be a 2v1, and really nothing much you can do at that point.
Yeah. All right, probably the only Maggie in the lobby. I'm going to do a little bit of a reset, heal up, grab some loot. Spiking those bombs there? Reeds is the only one up for BRD.
Yeah, so that was, I think originally there, BRD was the team fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a swift third party. I mean, there's so many teams over Barometer right now. We always say it's nearly impossible to have a fight, and we just saw that's kind of what happens. If you're going to fight in-game position when all these teams are already sitting around, it's generally going to end up in both teams losing.
Okay, looking at the aerial view of the map, you can see the guard is making an appearance, kind of finally leaving the area of Jurassic Park. And you know what? That's where they land, so they haven't moved that much this game. Complexity in the middle of a Valk ult. Couple of teams on the edge. People taking their sweet time to get into the next zone, and we only have one team that's safe for the 2 zones ahead. I'm surprised no one's sitting up on height. These teams are already knowing that that's not where it's going to completely pull to the very end, but it looks like Optic Gaming is maybe trying to quickly get there.
Yeah, Optic Gaming is going to be in a pretty nice spot here as all the other teams do rotate around. And yeah, Complexity on the backside there over near Jurassic Park. They might go ahead and push that fight there. I don't know. Did you see? Is there a Valkyrie in play for Mercy Crummy and Amigo?
No.
Looks like the way they're moving, they must have a Valkyrie.
Yeah, I think so. And Complexity playing a little bit more edge. You know, Complexity's gone back and forth between Brocken and Newcastle on the squad to now it looks like they're choosing a Crypto. I like this change for them. I like to see how they're going to play with this. Complexity played exceptionally well in last week's qualifiers, but not nearly as well in the finals. So I'm anxious to see how they're playing with now a new comp.
There we go. Randoms. We do have the Valkyrie in play in the Newcastle Watson. Really cool composition. Great for in-game position. Yeah, sorry. Valk. Valk, Newcastle, Watson. Yeah, and here we go. Optic Gaming.
Oh, Andrew.
Horizon.
Andrew.
What?
Okay. Let's see here. Is this a good Horizon ult doing some work? Please don't die, Skittle. Do not die for me for the sake of my pride and my main. Dropping the ult. I need Optic Gaming to win this fight right here so we can have Andrew see that Horizon is still viable. Knocked on low ground, getting the crack. Also cracked himself. I think he's going to go down, and he does drop, trying to get a little bit of cover fire. Swinging wide.
Oh, sweet with the Kraber somewhere.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be fun to watch. Getting the stick on the knockdown shield. Going to grab height again here, just showing how the ability is super strong just to get that information and height. And knowing that the team was rezzing.
Yeah, and I think they're going
to... Oh no.
Knock the last one up, probably because they have Horizon on the team. They might lose the fight. And not going to go around the side here. And it's too bad that they have the Horizon on the team as we do go in here with the Digi, and not gonna go down. They're gonna probably be second guessing that comp choice, certainly.
I've got nothing. I've got nothing for you, Andrew. I've got nothing for you. Okay. We're gonna look here as they rotate in. Tripod's still safe. There is a drop right next to them, but I don't even think they want to risk it to go look at it at this point. And I don't believe we had any Lobas in the lobby left. All right, Complexity swinging in. Gonna walk into a building that had a bunch of fences down, grenades at their back. They cannot overextend because Tripods is right behind them. And they just have this little sliver of the tunnel. They are pretty vulnerable to a team just triple swinging on them.
That was a pretty bold move there. Complexity taking
Really
a ton of damage. Luckily, still alive here. They almost paid for that. And they're just going to go ahead and opt to take high ground, close the doors, and NRG is going to be storming the building. Tripod's stuck underneath right now. And look how closely Tripod's grouped up on that door. Nick Mercs and Jint and Deeth trying to hold the stairs. So NRG's just going to be happy on the roof at the moment. And there's a lot of stuff on the roof to hide behind. So yeah, you can see right here, NRG using all the playable cover. So they don't have to push down.
They need all that playable cover because I see a charge rifle beam. Keeping a close eye on those grenades, following them to make sure that they're not going to be sky-nated or landed on without any indicator, as they sometimes can just explode right above your head and surprise you. They do know there's a team below them. So NRG up on high ground. Oh, that was a good pick. All right, helping clean up some of the players in the lobby.
I think that was a thirst. Yeah.
It was. Just get them out of the lobby. Okay, and we might see... All right, that door is going to be gone. Spiking a couple more grenades in there. They do have 70% before they're going to be able to get that pylon back down. Complexity might go down here, connecting only one shot. One player left on the team. Can't even walk through the fence. That fence would have been enough to get the final team out. Bots eliminated. Two players, they need to swing together here. 3 wingman shots and you are out. Complexity eliminated. Karasuno winning that as just a duo. Tripods having to move in. You could see the guard on the bridge. NRG also moving in.
Yeah, NRG, keep a close eye on them. They've been having great movement on the map and making good decisions. So staying out of trouble here as they are going to be pretty split here and taking some shots over here. I think this is Tripod's late rotating in. I think it's a massive damage as Gil does get the knock on Jint. And it's only going to be one left on Tripods as they are pretty well pinched here, stuck inside the rock. And down goes Tripods just like that. NRG making it look easy. NRG getting pushed a bit here and using the Bangalore smoke to zone off a bit. And it does look like, yeah, Nathan able to pull that battery. Sweet. They're sitting down on a bunch of armor swaps as well, so I imagine they're not going to get pushed.
Okay. Like Andrew just said, NRG looking pretty good. They already have a couple kills. 6 kills, it looks like, to their name. Karasuno also alive at the moment. Random and the guard. Those are your final teams. And I don't know how Sweet can see what he's shooting at with all that clutter of those fences. Those were some very beautiful fences. And that is an open window there, but not going to be able to shoot. Solid 81 with the PK will be enough to take James Fearless out. Getting the shield swap.
Nice use of the PK. Love the PK back on the ground after the most recent patch. And we do have Guild with the aim tracking there
That was
taking them out.
nice. That was nice. All right, NRG. 8 kills for NRG. Random, all alive with 8 kills as well. And the guard with 5.
Let's go.
Big game to whoever ends up winning this. Last 3 players up. Oh my goodness. Rambo with the juicy R9 shots. Getting that bang extremely low. They're going to swing wide here. Guards seem to be winning this fight as they did get a player of NRG out.
Yeah, it does look like RKN is down, so we got the duo of guard trying to hold it down, and it does look like the third party is giving him some grief as well from the top side as the Valkyrie missiles come in. NRG eliminated, so we got the duo
Random
of guard
and the
up against
guard.
Random.
All right. Random is all alive, and they do have a RE45. Crummy has the re, so
Pretty cautious move here.
it really
as
is.
It's only a 2v3, and we got a nice PK shot coming in. Great PK shots, and it does look like Random's going to go ahead and clean up here. As guard, as a duo, couldn't quite get it done, but really well played there out of Random's. They're going to be happy about that. Crummy, Mercy, and Namigo.
EG. Random's your winners of game number 2.
Oh, and Crummy's been around, man. I'm happy he got a dub there.
You
The
know,
man
Crummy
Crummy.
was... I grinded rank with Crummy a long time ago. He was the first person that I played with that I actually hit Master's rank with. So shout out to Crummy for helping coach me a lot early on in Apex.
Oh yeah, Crummy's super chill, extremely talented at Apex, clearly. And
A very patient man, first and foremost. That's something I will say. A very patient man.
Oh yeah. This is that Horizon moment. I mean, I just can't believe.
Let's not revisit that again.
Does look like that was the. Was that the only team really running a Horizon there, right? It was Optic.
No.
I didn't really see much Horizon stuff otherwise.
Can we ban Andrew for saying the word Horizon one more time tonight? Or can we? Is it 55?
Tripods? That's wild. Tripods is. Count 55. Is that it? Is that it? 55?
You know something? A lot of times with these tournaments, the casters are in 2 completely different locations. Those of you that don't know, we are actually in the same room. So I'm this close to just, getting one of these Nessie's stuffed animals and just chucking it across the room. But let's go ahead and take a look at the game 2 scores in randoms. With the 12 kill game for a 24-point game. Big games out of the first 2 winners tonight so far. Season, where did Season end up with that game? Oh, unfortunate. Only 2 points that game, but Season should most likely still be in a very top position. Top 10 is all that matters, but NRG, the second place Warriors so far tonight, they're getting those solid points, that great practice. They did end up with 9 kills. The guard ended up second place overall that last game, but 6 kills. It's going to be a 15-point game. Bots and Optic Gaming rounding out your top 5 in game number 2. All right. And that was a good game. I liked that one also. A lot of building, so different. Such a different end zone in that one compared to the first one. But that one played out more aggressive. Like, there was a lot of fights right outside Jurassic Park that game. That was just, once a fight starts there, it's so funny how so many other teams just trickle and it was just nonstop action and death in that area. But I think we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we will get the overall scores up to you guys in game number 3 right when we come back.
Of guard trying to hold it down, and it does look like the third party is giving him some grief as well from the top side as the Valkyrie missiles come in. NRG eliminated, so we got the duo
Random
of guard
and the
up against
guard.
Random.
All right. Random is all alive, and they do have a RE45. Crummy has the re, so
Pretty cautious move here.
it really
as
is.
It's only a 2v3, and we got a nice PK shot coming in. Great PK shots, and it does look like Random's going to go ahead and clean up here. As guard, as a duo, couldn't quite get it done, but really well played there out of Random's. They're going to be happy about.
Hello and welcome back. We just wrapped up the first 2 games in tonight's qualifier. This is week 6 and the final week of the Oversight Hyperlux Split 2. This is the final chance that a lot of these teams have tonight to qualify for the $20,000 2-part playoff, which will be held later this month. You can do exclamation point finals in chat if you want to know more about that. And I have another exciting thing that you can do in chat, exclamation point giveaway, if you want a chance to win the Seer heirloom, which is going to be given away in tomorrow's stream. So make sure you don't miss that. Same place, same time tomorrow. Exclamation point giveaway in chat if you want to know more about that. But hi, welcome back. We're His and Hers Live, and we're getting ready to start game 3.
Yeah, guys, we'll be looking at the overall scores here in a second. But, I mean, so far, for me, the game's been playing out really, really nice. It does look like we have the scores up right now with NRG playing super consistent so far and getting points both games, 34 points in total. Season in second place right now. Season got a big win in the first game, but didn't get really many points in the second game. So good performance out of them so far. Guard also playing pretty consistent. We saw randoms there getting the dub in the last game. So good to see them in the top 3 as well. A couple teams on the bottom that are going to be trying to get into that top 10. And overall, guys, right now, we're trying to get these points so that we can play tomorrow in the finals and get some points for the ultimate final, which is going to be $20,000.
Pretty close among the top side of that leaderboard, though. It really could go any way. Excited to see how the last game on Storm Point plays out. We're getting the lobby filled up right now. We should have that game ready for you guys in just a minute. But what was your favorite play of that game? And you know what word is banned that you cannot say.
Okay, let me think about it. All I can think about is that one word right now. What about you? I can't. That's all I can think about.
All right, you've got nothing. That's okay.
Got nothing.
That's okay.
What I am excited about is just the overall feel of the game right now. I feel very much down to earth. My feet are on the ground. I'm peeking around rocks, and I have to actually do things to make progress.
All right. Well, one thing that I noticed was a very subtle gameplay, but I liked seeing this, and it was funny for a team that had a sub on the team as well. It was Optic Gaming. They're playing right now with Dropped. Watching them take a fight early when there were 3 teams in an area, and the moment they recognized, even though they were winning the fight, I could see a slide jump with a quick, immediate backwards movement. And that just quick decision-making and teamwork was just really nice to see out of Optic Gaming. And like I said, sometimes you don't have that synergy and teamwork and dynamic, especially when you're playing with the sub. But Dropped is not shy to competitive Apex, and he has played with many of different people for hours upon hours a night. He is one of the top ranked grinders, and I feel like he's one of the players also that could just play really well with many different teams.
Yeah, I mean, one comp that I really liked, and that we talked about, the Bangalore with the double scans. Definitely gonna be a really strong comp, especially since both scan characters are have not been touched and are really strong. Juga, what do you think about? At one point, everybody was tweeting and talking about a Bangalore buff, and then there would be people, Bangalore's balanced. Bangalore's the most balanced character. Bangalore fell way off. There were 0 Bangalores at one point in these, and now you see all this Bangalore action. What are your feelings?
I mean, the same thing was with Seer. Seer didn't have any adjustments. Seer was even stronger upon release, and then was pretty quickly nerfed. But Seer has been the same for quite some time as well, Andrew. And he just popped up out of nowhere. I feel like we know who we can thank for all of the Seer enjoyers. But yeah, I mean, same type of thing there.
Yeah, it's very interesting. If you don't touch something, people will start to adapt, and that's why I know they don't do too many balance changes in Apex currently. But yeah, I don't know.
We are back. I wasn't sure if that was only something I saw or if you guys saw that too. So we all were tripping together then. I was gonna play that off like I saw nothing. I was gonna think how I'm gonna cast over this, but it's okay. You're gonna look at us for a minute. You saw nothing, and I was gonna try to cast over that. And here we have a new legend sneak peek. It is where they just scramble the screen and it looks like a watercolor smear.
Very nice. It's similar to how the Catalyst wall works when you walk through it and you just get smacked in the face with no vision.
Yeah, this is the new legend. It's called the Bob Ross.
I don't know though, but it's really cool. Bangalore, I know a lot of us early on in Apex, Bangalore was potentially your main. I mean, there wasn't that many characters to choose from. Bangalore had the cool little sprint and the smokes. And I used to, that was my first main in Apex back in like season 1 and 2. I do love the resurgence of Bangalore, and it does make sense based on all the things that are happening in the scene right now. So personally, I love the way today is playing out so far. It feels, the fights feel a little more bit organic. I see people climbing. And you know, it's great.
I feel so attacked by you right now with all these just subtle jabs. And like, if those of you that know us and know our stream, like, I can't climb because I've been a Horizon crutch for like 5 seasons in a row. So these are subtle. If you know me and know what we talk about on a nightly basis, these are subtle jabs at me. And I just want everyone to feel bad for me for a moment, please, as I'm in the search for a new main. So all the Horizon mains, I would like to know who you're trying out and how is it going for you. I'm thinking Maggie. How are we feeling about Maggie? You know, I need a legend that has an aggressive ability, because that is what makes Apex so fun. You've been trying Valk. Oof, okay. I just need to know what you've been going through and how can we all get through this tough time, difficult time together.
Well, I mean, people have always been trying to get height, and you know, Pathfinder at one point was the meta, and you would take the zip line to get height, which was fine, but you're vulnerable on the zip line. You know, what you should be if you're getting a massive advantage for no reason. The jump pads, once again, were pretty useful for a while in ranked, at least, for getting height. But yeah, you have really bad aim, and you can get beamed off a jump pad too. So we've had a lot of legends, and we still do, that can get height for the team. But yeah, I don't know. Well, it's gonna be a big switch up, as we see. I think there was only one Horizon in this last game that is queued.
We keep telling you there's more than one, but Andrew next he's gonna say there were no Horizons. There was zero Horizons.
There was none.
All right, guys, I'm not exactly sure what we're doing with game number 3 right now, and you know what? It looks like we're going back to it. It looks like we are going back to it here, and I think this is NRG that we're spectating at the moment. It is indeed. And we are down to 17 squads, so we've only lost 1 squad for the moment. Let me go ahead and see if I can find out who that was for you. It was Season. It was Season that we lost. So, you know, Season had a great game 1. They got the dub. They got their 26 points or so, or 24 points, I believe. And they're still in second place overall with a 27. So they're okay for now. And here we have the new crypto buff that we are all spectating again for the moment. So we're good. We're back with us. Guys, this is a great moment to open up a Q&A. If you have any questions for us, please let us know. And please no more questions about Horizon, because I just can't hear Andrew say that word one more time. But we are working on this for the time being.
I don't care what it was. I just like seeing new fighting mechanics. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that. That's fine.
It could be anything. It could be anything. In fact, they could have buffed 3 other characters, you know? Like, if they would have buffed 3 other characters and not touched Horizon, or just leave Seer the way Seer is. And I just like seeing new things. And in the first couple games, I was seeing new things that I haven't seen recently in Apex. So any type of refreshing factor for me is a good thing.
All right, first question, and I'm going to let Andrew actually answer this one, because he might know, because he sees all sides of me. Juka, how do you look so amazing every day?
Oh, Red Veins 559, thank you for the question, and welcome to the channel. Judy, how do you look so amazing every day?
You already forgot the question. It's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors is the honest answer, but it's fine.
It's not a Snapchat filter. It's just the way that when she sits up out of bed, it just, that's what I'm just like, oh, okay, you look like that. Like, it's just very natural, and it makes me feel very, very sad about my very saggy skin.
Hi, Timmons. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. Yeah, exactly. Sarah knows. But guys, we are having a little bit of technical difficulties. We cannot show the gameplay at the moment, but I do appreciate you hanging out with us. Like I said, please do, guys, if you have Apex competitive questions, any personal questions, we are here for you. I do want to take this moment to say thank you so much to Hyperlux for putting in some big funds to the Apex competitive scene. Seriously, there's been a void in the Apex competitive scene for quite some time, and it's been really nice to be part of this. It's something that Andrew and I have always been passionate about. For the last 4 years, we've been running tournaments. In fact, Andrew, did you know that we've hosted or been involved with over 210 tournaments for Apex?
Feels
Can you
that
believe
way.
that? It does? That's a lot, though. That is a lot.
that way.
210 tournaments. We actually went out a couple of months ago and counted out every event, every little kill race that we've ever hosted. We started hosting kill races way back in 2019. And it's just been so fun bringing people together with this game. And it's just been, it's been an awesome experience. And I just want to say thank you again, Hyperlux, for all that you've done in the last couple of months for this Pro Series. It's been awesome. You guys in chat can do exclamation point now. And now's a good time also for you to remember about the heirloom. If you haven't checked that out already, that'll be tomorrow.
More
Question
questions
for Andrew.
No, well, there's one. The question was, is Abdullahi joining CLG? And Abdullahi's playing with CLG today and doing some IGLing, co-IGLing, and, you know, just kind of like feeling it out. So
No official announcement yet. Maybe you guys go ask him. No
kinda
official
feeling
announcement
it
yet.
out. You know how that is.
Question for Andrew. You see that one? Was Juka clutching with Horizon and saving you made you feel so angry towards Horizon?
No, I like playing Bangalore recently, and I would love a scan character on my team. So typically I'm playing Bangalore, and we don't have any scans on our team because Juka hates playing scan legends. So I'm always like, please play a scan legend because I'm playing Bangalore. It would only make sense. And so I have a hatred for whoever she's playing if it's not a scan legend.
It's actually true. It's true. Whoever I play, if I played a scan legend, you would be like, play an aggressive legend, play Horizon. It's just who I'm playing.
Oh, dude,
But-
it's just the meta.
Horizon was the meta, Andrew. And she
Ew.
will be fixed. She will be fixed. I have faith. I have faith. Sarah, I appreciate you guys. What is it like living each day with the self-proclaimed 3 times Wordle champion? It's very difficult. I feel inadequate all the time with his vast awareness of big words that are 5 letters.
Yeah. Huge.
It's intimidating. Brain's so big.
Why
Optic
don't-
just got leaked on. I'm not sure. You guys let us know what's happening in the tournament because we can't see it at the moment. And I can't quite show you my screen either. But you know what I could do? I could pull up. You know what? How about this becomes a podcast? Pretend this is radio. I've got you. I figured something out.
Don't be a meta chaser. I'm just saying. I mean, I play the game. We play the game, and things work, and some things don't. And when things start working, I'm like, hey, we should do this. It's working. And you know, Bangalore's making that entrance, and it's very nice to play Bangalore and a scan legend. That's basically what you see all the teams running down ranked with right now. You know, the Bloodhound Bangalore. Juka has the Bloodhound heirloom. I mean, the axe is all nice. Horizon doesn't even have an heirloom. Guys, what are we doing?
Okay. I'm getting a couple things pulled up here so I can give you guys a little play-by-play. And like I said, you guys are amazing. I am checking in. Tripods are still alive. Tripods are indeed still alive. They have triple purple shields. So like I said, let's just pretend that this is a radio show for the time being. And you guys can hear us. I'm going to give you all the information I possibly can. Nick Merckx is running double energy ammo at the moment. Double energy ammo. That seems a little risky without a Loba on the squad, but running the double energy ammo with the triple take and the Volt. Triple purple shields for tripods. We do also have NRG, all 3 players alive with kills to their name. They do have a couple of kills. Looking good. They are on...
Tripods killing it? Let's go. We like tripods killing it.
Yep, tripods have at least 1 kill. Let me see if I can get this working.
Speaking of tripods killing it, I mean, you know, the injection of new players into Apex has always been a good thing. I mean, I've seen some distance right now. I think the season's just super long, but yeah, having people like Nick Merckx in here with all the hype is a huge thing, and I do hope they do. I hope they do figure it out and end up doing well.
I just got all my streams open to cast, but you know what? Guess what, guys? We are back. Let's go. Let's take a look at E8, and 14 squads remain, so we really didn't miss much at all. Do not worry. You didn't miss anything.
We are right back into Sweet with a 301 R9 double light ammo, 419 bullets in the bag. And this Valkyrie is looking very, very vulnerable, stuck on the ledge.
I don't know. Zone to their backside, though. They do need to be careful. This is a livable zone indeed. As you can see, they're all taking a little bit of damage here. Getting some damage with that grenade. Smoke down. Digi's up. Sweet looking to do some more killing right in front of him.
Was Digi in the Crafter? I know it was recently. That's often a really big variable in these games. Digi in the Crafter with Bangalore is super good.
Okay, Elevate do end up going down there. NRG just too strong indeed. They're going to heal up, and they're going to rotate back around the other way. I like this rotate. I like where they're going. They do have to go through a pretty tight choke here to get into the next zone. Complexity, they're a team that almost always plays zone. Again, they're not rocking a Newcastle like they have in the weeks past. Newcastle's been good for them, so I am surprised to see that. I wonder if their poor placement in last week's final is the reason why they're shaking up their comp. Could be. I mean, from what we saw, they've just been hot and cold. Like, they won last week's qualifier and then just played not well at all in the finals. So
yeah, this rotate's going to be tough here for NRG. The Valk does not get height over this wall. It's massive. Why it's called wall. And they're going to go up here. There's a team inside here.
Well, should it be called Big Wall then?
It's called wall. Like it's
tall wall.
That's why it's called wall.
Okay. Okay. Aim assist rotating as well, taking a little bit of zone damage. They're all going to heal up as they rotate in and try to find a spot to play off of. And it looks like all the buildings that are safe are already taken. So I'm not sure where they're going to go. And Tripods pushing a fight right here. Nick Merck's holding back a little bit. He does have the range with that triple take. Deeds and Gent up a little bit higher. And what do we have here? A 102 from range with the Prowler. Not connecting any of those, but that's enough to walk up. They should walk up and be aggressive with this. Getting the crack and the knock right there. And Arasuno going down. So Tripods with the 3-1-2-3 cleanup. Furia will be playing tomorrow. They have already qualified. Tripod's also taking the kill lead spot, as you can see. The guard going through it, Andrew. Tell us about it.
Yeah, guard stuck on this hill. A couple teams. They look like they wanted to be aggressive here. They're going to try to fight off of this Watson Jin on this weird little slope, and they're being pushed from the bottom and the top side here. NRG in the tunnel below them, and aim assist warriors on the high ground. So they are going to try to push a punch in the air. It's not how to do it.
Oh no, you know, your gun's not reloaded. That is something that unfortunately can happen to all of us. Pros making themselves seem a little bit human for just a moment. Chaotic put in a ton of damage though. Chaotic's bullets are a magnet, an absolute magnet. And you know what? It is crazy to not see him playing you know who and on the Valk instead. But you know what? That did not slow his aim down at all. Those were some, like I said, crazy tracking at range with the 301.
Yeah, guard ends up being able to survive here and getting a little bit of an angle. No sound as RKN gets absolutely melted.
I don't think he could he not hear them?
No, the Jin, that Watson Jin's so loud.
Okay, I was gonna say, because he kind of just like walked up and like was right in front of them before going down, and the hip fire on the charge rifle. Rambo does a great job of keeping that aim steady. Now they're gonna be fighting Tripods.
Coming in, Tripods looking for some action here, as they do already have, looks like 6 kills. Deeds with the re, and the guard as a duo could not stand.
About to be a trio again, though. About to be. It looks like NRG running. I'm not sure if Sweet's the only one left. Oh, he is. Sweet is the only player left on the squad.
Banners were not recovered. Sweet possibly going to try to do the rat thing. We did see them taking the zip line up through the wall a second ago, and they were trying to, you saw NRG on the backside trying to get some third-party action on that fight that we were watching on the hill. But yeah, it does look like Complexity possibly got a little backstab in there for a couple kills on NRG.
All right, if you're just tuning in, this is Game 3 and the final game on Storm Point. Teams are playing exceptionally well tonight. We only have 18 squads competing instead of the normal 20. And it has been really fun to watch with 2 less squads, I will say.
Randoms living their best lives here. They have a pretty decent spot. They have a great composition for end zone. Not the best comp for fighting. If this Watson Newcastle Val comp gets caught out on an edge fight, you know, not the best comp. But for this in-game situation that we're seeing unfolding, it's going to be really nice for them.
Okay, Sweet somehow still surviving and trying to heal up in a cloud of smoke at the bottom of your screen there. Smiley going in, finding a little space, gonna pop the gen and the ulti immediately to get the next one ready for late game.
9 squadrons. Look at that zone. It is pretty small. There aren't really any safe spots at the moment. 24 players up. That means we do have the solo of Sweet still out here, and that is a horizontal. Man.
Okay. Tripod's walking up here, getting huge grenade damage, and Nickmercs is just going to clean that up, and Smiley eliminated. Tripods cannot be stopped. They only have 5 points, and they are just full sending. Nickmercs is feeling himself a little bit there. Slow down, bring it back a notch, as his teammates did call him back. A couple of... Whoa, Shiny was really pulled out wide there. Going to go back inside to the building, and we are down to the final 6 teams.
Yeah, the grenades were huge there. Tripods literally grenading that team to death. It was all arc stars in the kill feed. Jin on the door. I'm gonna go ahead and back off here and gonna try to hit this battery as Deeds does get the cover fire here with the re. Nice job, Jin able to get the bat pulled here, and they are gonna go ahead and claim the lower side of this building, and that grenade is gonna be an issue.
Oh, those were some good grenades. They lost their door there as well, and they have to play the back side. And they do not have that much cover at all. You can see CLG at the very top of your screen fighting as well. We have a couple of fights happening.
Yeah, and this is 4 squads kind of compiling onto each other here. Does look like Season. No, this is some nobodies trying to get in on the action. They need points on the day, and they are going to pay for it. The Savian does get the shots in here. OLN taking out some nobodies here. Naughty going to try to get the res on the Savian. It does have complexity, and Tripods are going to be occupying each other. BRD on the outside of the wall, climbing up. They're going to be dropping right onto Tripods here. It's going to be a pretty messy situation.
This could be a lot of points for CLG, though, as they're going to just look straight down and get some good shots. Now, they are exposed a bit, but I still think they're in a superior position, having the other side of that wall as potential real estate to play off of. And a Newcastle, I don't know if they have ult available still, but they could just pop that sucker right there to block the line of sight from the team that was on the other side of that wall. And we are going to get a wall somewhere here. And look at this high ground. I don't see how CLG loses this, as BRD did end up going down. They have the Loba. They're getting all the loot from all around safely with that black market. And I think they still even have the Newcastle ult available. And look at the cluster of just everyone else fighting right in front of them.
Yeah, this is going to be a 3-team fight here on the side of the wall.
Look at Gent with 6 kills, almost 1,700 damage, though. Tripods having a massive game. They're going to go from 5 points to, I don't know, maybe 30 points this game if they can pull off a win.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh, no.
Can we get a,
No, we cannot. Don't even say it, Andrew. I got this part. You just sit back and relax as we're watching. Tripod's taking a lot of damage there. Going to opt to walk back inside and try to hit a heal before they go back and redo that attack. But look at where CLG is just kind of situated on the side there, but taking a lot of damage. There's a little bit of a mountain goat fight on the edge of the rock. All right, Deeds down. They did end up losing Deeds, as they might be able to get this off, though.
yeah, we have the full team of
I hear a
OLN.
res. Can they get that off?
Yeah, was that
Might be
Tripods
able
resing
to.
inside?
I think so.
So,
Okay, final zone closing. 4 squads, final zone. You love to see it. Final fights happening right now as Complexity is full sending Tripods, and they did end up winning that fight, but they're going to not be able to res right there, as they are now face-to-face and going to be a little bit gate-kept, having to walk out behind their player with the knockdown shield.
down
Finding a
goes
bit
Lou.
of cover.
Down goes Lou. Shiny, the last one up here, going to be repping the 301. It's going to be a 1v1 on the wall here. Certainly CLG on the outside is going to get a free win here, but who's going to get second place is the question. CLG trying to get the
wants
kills,
the
too.
kills. Yeah, they want these points. Look at this, walking up here and aggressive, and I like this. This is really huge. This is huge for CLG, and they do clean that up. That pays off. That just kind of being patient, and then at the very last second, going in there and just, I think, snagging both of those. CLG with the big brain plays. Looking good. Looking really good. Again, Alb trying out as some IGL/co-IGL for the team, and I think it's paying off.
Yeah, really cool game there at the end. Grenades were a big factor there. Grenades totally taking out the tripods, and
That was a good game. I like that one. I liked what I saw of it anyway. That was a fast Apex game, and I like it. I like it indeed. Thank you guys for sticking with us during a little bit of the spectator bug with that, and just want to say shout out and thank you to the broadcast for, I don't know how you guys fixed that without having to reset the game or what magic you guys worked on the back end, but well done indeed. Game 3 over and done with. We are halfway done with tonight's qualifier already. We're going to move over to World's Edge, Andrew's favorite map, World's Edge, and we will see how the next couple of games end up playing out.
yeah. So guys, we're gonna take a quick break here, and we'll be back in a few minutes to wrap up the 3 games on World's Edge. Interesting to see what the comps are gonna be there. If it's gonna be more of the same or something different. So we'll see you guys back in a few.
Hello and welcome back. We have wrapped up 3 games. We are halfway done with tonight's qualifier. This is week 6 and the final week of the Hyperlux Oversight split to entire series. It is the final week, the final chance for your favorite teams to qualify for tomorrow's $5,000 event. And not only that, but the $20,000 playoff, which will be held later this month. Exclamation point giveaway in chat. They are giving away a Seer heirloom, but let's go ahead and take a look at the scores.
Yeah, as we do have 3 games in the books now. NRG performing very consistent on the day so far. 45 points out of them. Let's look at the kills real quick. 27 kills from NRG, so that's the bulk of their points. They do have tied for the most placement points, but yeah, 27 kills. That's probably going to be the biggest data point there to look at that shows that NRG is shown up today, really fighting well together, and they've been playing the edge pretty well with the Bangalore on Sweet on the Bangalore, so really well played from them. Randoms in second place right now, and yeah, they're gonna be happy about that because it's a newly formed team that is looking for some results. So great performance out of them so far. Season in third, Guard holding it down in fourth, as we would expect them to be up there, and yeah, CLG, Complexity, Tripods with a big game there, pull them all the way up into 7th.
Andrew, they went from 5 points to 22 points. So that was a great big game for them. And I think they just went down to, I believe it was Complexity that ended up taking them out in that building fight we were watching. But they played great. They had a ton of kills and they moved all the way up the board with that. But look how close these scores are. This is a spicy qualifier. All right, these teams have 3 games left to try to get top 10. 3 games, excuse me, to get top 10. We are back. Hi, hello, we're His and Hers Live. We are so happy to be your casters for tonight. And yes, make sure you are in the stream tomorrow. That is when the Seer Heirloom giveaway is going to be. You need to be in here. Try to get here around 7 p.m. Eastern if you can, but do exclamation point giveaway if you want to learn more about that. It will be around game 5. I believe when they're going to actually pick the winners for it. But the finals, $5,000 tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to see the scores, you can do exclamation point now and exclamation point finals if you want to know more about the $20,000 playoffs that'll be later this month.
Yeah, guys, we're going to be going into the first game on World's Edge right now. Like we said earlier, the comps are completely wild today. And I don't know if anything's going to really change for World's Edge. We do have more buildings in play potentially, so you might see a couple Caustics, maybe a couple more Watsons than normal. But yeah, we're going to be keeping a close eye on that Horizon count. Are we going to see any Catalysts? And are the teams that performed well on Stormpoint going to continue the momentum into World's Edge today? We shall see.
All right, and guys, this is a little different. You guys know that Andrew and I are content creators first and foremost, so I have trouble streaming without seeing a chat. So I see everything you guys are typing in chat. I'm trying to address any questions I can without interrupting the broadcast too much, but I appreciate you. We are only running 18 teams tonight, and I'm going to be honest with you, that's the only information that I have. I'm not entirely sure why. Sometimes it can, if we had teams that have already qualified for tomorrow play, it can make things a little messy with who gets kicked and who doesn't get kicked for a team that's already qualified. So it could be something along those lines, but I do appreciate you guys being here. We'll try to address any and all questions that we have, but we are changing maps, moving over to World's Edge, and it is pouring down rain here. So I hope everything stays okay with our feet. Is that rain?
Yeah, I don't know if
That is loud.
it could be like some hail mixed in or something, but
Oh God.
it sounds like someone's beating on the roof right now.
If we disappear, sorry, but this is actually really scary sounding outside, and I could hear it through my headphones. So, yeah, but we're so happy to be here and be your casters for this evening. We've been casting all of these qualifier events, and we are looking forward to maybe a future splits with Hyperlux. But Hyperlux, thank you guys again for putting in so much funds to help promote this wonderful, amazing game that we all enjoy playing and watching.
Yeah, guys, it's been a wild day. If you just got here, the compositions have changed, the fighting styles have changed a bit today, and we can already see here. I see a Caustic for Mamba. I see a Caustic for a couple other teams as well. So yeah, 4 Caustics on the map right now. So like I said, definitely going to see a little bit of a surge there in defensive characters, as we do have the buildings late game on World's Edge that often lend themselves to holding down and getting really solid placement. So a little bit of a transition there. And I did see a couple Horizons too, so we'll have to see how they play out and if they make an impact in the game like they want.
You know that they're keeping a counter of how many times you say that name.
I'm aware.
Okay.
And I'm proud.
I think you're approaching 70 at this point. This is just embarrassing at this point, but okay. World's Edge game number 4 is starting right now. We are in Virginia, and there's some scary weather, so be safe out there, everyone. Probably more, I think so. Okay, game 4 starting, taking a look at the map, and we do already have some action with a Fuse, and I do love watching a Fuse super aggressive comp with the Fuse and the Maggie. Saucer already going down to the hands of Jen.
Yeah, 2 teams landing on each other. There's only 18 squads on the map, so of course they don't have to. There's plenty of open space, but these teams are looking for drop spots in future tournaments. So, you know, you got to stake your claim here. It's going to be Reeds and Vayne, 2 super talented players up against a 2v3. And we also have a split landing here at Lava Siphon. It does look like we're catching the tail end of Protectful, and Ares going in for the finish here.
All right, last couple of players up. It looks like a 1v1.
Oh.
Avoiding the Valk damage there. Gonna just hide behind the player's knockdown shield. And that is a Devo. Listen for when that gun's out of ammo. Indeed. Gonna swing wide and grab the little sliver of health that is on that shield. And I don't know how he is... No, the P20 is the secondary. Had to keep a close eye on that. And
What?
wait, well, okay. My audio... I was so confused. My audio cut out, and that was a cleanup, and it was like it was over before it even started. And they do end up going down right there. Tripods Gent about to get knocked. They were winning this fight. I don't know how this has changed. This seemed to only be against 2 players. Nick holding an angle here, but gonna go down to the side. Reed's had an angle on the side there. And Tripod's in not a good position at all, sliding up. Dude, these players just are too good.
Oh, Vayne with 1 HP, Juka.
I thought Vayne was going to maybe go down to his own knuckle right there. That would have been such a sad story indeed. But you know what? They're pros for a reason. But look at the little tiny sliver of health right there. Not sure if maybe he was just trying to avoid the knuckles or possibly hurt another team in the area. But that was a long fight at Countdown. So we had a couple of contested teams. 2 teams at Countdown.
Do you know what that was? That was a 2v3.
It was. It absolutely was. The 2 players, because Tripods had Saucer out really early game.
Can you imagine Reeds and Vayne 2v3ing the full team of Tripods? I mean, that's just not something we see very often. I was saying it happens 1 out of 30 times. So don't be prepared to see that anymore today or the next tournament. I don't know. That's a really strong.
I'm not used to seeing Tripods land there too. So I mean, that's a newer landing spot for them that they're just figuring out. Okay, taking a look at the north side of the map here. Bots. 16 squads are left. That means we've only lost 2 squads. We are only playing with 18 squads tonight. And I'm just shocked at how much early game action we have, as the guard now is having to hold off an attack.
Yeah, guard going to go ahead and push up here. Really nice swing here as a team. All 3 immediately getting vaporized. Vaporized by a charge rifle.
Look at that arc star, and look how much damage and cleanup that one arc star did to the entire team. And
what was that?
I'm not sure. I'm having a slight delay with audio with some of it too, so apologies, guys. I'm trying to catch up on some of the stuff, but this is looking like
that was an arc star.
Vicious fights, and these players just want to get these games over and done with. Complexity now trying to find a cheeky angle, look through the bang smoke right in front of them, and see if they can get some damage.
Triple arc star kill. That's pretty rare as well. We've just seen 2 crazy things happen. A 2v3 on drop, and then a arc star killing all 3 players. It did look like guard had some pretty good momentum and team synergy there as they swung around the corner, only to take an arc star directly to the face.
Okay. 2 teams up. No, 3 teams up on this little bridge area. E8 on the far end of it in one of the better spots. When you see this many teams here, you would much rather be a team on an edge than in the middle. Opting to switch that optic. I don't blame you. I don't know how anybody uses a 2x on a wingman. And there still should be a couple of teams. I think there's 2 teams right in front of them. One did end up just dropping, going over to low ground. And I think they're going to try to be aggressive with this. Oh, unfortunate. Stuck on the foot. Presley almost losing his entire shield there, but put out a ton of damage and kind of overextended there, Diff, with that big scan. Following up on the fact that he hit that wingman headshot. And Andrew, my, what do we have here? It looks like a big, juicy Horizon ult. And it looks like a good one indeed. And unfortunately, I do think that was the gen that was taking the damage and not a player. Just on a knocked body anyway. And that was a well-placed winning Horizon ult, if I do say so myself.
Hey, I mean, the fact that people are still using Horizon is just a testament of how strong Horizon was. So, well played there from Elevate. As they do clean that up. It does look like a couple teams very close by. We do 3 teams potentially close by here. So I would be surprised if any of these teams commit to this fight. The Seer Heirloom, first one we've seen today.
Oh, it is a Seer Heirloom. Okay. Some lucky person from chat might have an heirloom tomorrow if they come stop by for the giveaway. I know I'm going to enter it.
Ooh, so that was not a full wipe there. Does look like Stomp, last one up on the team, going to hold the low ground there. But yeah, OLN not able to push because there is a team on height that is shooting at them. So Stomp's going to be able to stay alive on that low ground for a bit longer. As OLN does have to push away. Yeah, Elevate holding that high ground near the bridge. Stomp there sitting in a little crack as Lou's trying to get an angle.
Elevate
would
in
like
a
that KP.
really dominant position now. There were 3 teams on that bridge, and they just have proven that they are the keepers of that area. Kind of super spread. 2 on one side. Diff playing very, very far over the other edge. Yeeting that smoke, so I think that the 2 players on low ground can try to walk up a little bit because Lou is in a tricky spot. And this is just an aim trainer at this point. An Arc Star to try to just get that last wedge. Gonna not even care about taking a little bit of damage. Don't want to lose your shield, though. And I don't know how he's alive. I don't know how he's alive.
Yeah, Elevate's definitely in a pretty ominous position as Lou's directly underneath. And yeah, these guys on OL are super split and giving potential knocks here. Diff with a couple more wingman shots would have had a pretty good entry frag. So yeah, they're playing with fire down there.
All right, taking a look at the aerial view here, you can see all the teams as they're clustered together. I feel like we don't have enough end zones that pull up this way. They are so fun to watch, but this is one that's going to be moving away from Climatizer. As you can see, the dotted white line on your screen. Only players that have scanned the beacon have that information so far, but that's only something that you can see here from watching the broadcast. Dotted white line is the next zone.
14 squads up. Map is still huge, so I don't think no teams are going to be forced to really push each other unless they're trying to take a specific in-game spot right now. You can see Optic rotating around over near Overlook, and it does look like they might be getting pushed here or maybe taking a fight themselves, as well as there's 3 teams there. Yeah, that's about to pop off. Yeah,
all right, look at them all. Look at them all running together. They are. I'm surprised. It looks like they're moving like a 2x speed, but they are moving and sliding down to the no name, and they want to take this fight. Dropped with the cool shield crack on the gold shield, and they're not overextending though because they would have to traverse like a pretty wide open area if they wanted to push forward any further. And I've seen them. They do a really good job of not overextending. And they're going to just sit tight here for a bit as they now have a crypto just flying right over them.
And they are running.
I hear prowlers. I do indeed. All right, all 3 players. Was that? Whoops. Is that just one person?
Yeah, it was
Arasuno, that was not going to work.
Little unfortunate there. And we do have aim assist. They are stuck inside of this Dorito building. Going to try to hit a battery here, avoiding the sear attack. And this is not a great spot for them to be all inside. They're going to try to go out the front door so that they're not stuck inside. And it does look like they're getting fully wrapped on here as Chaotic getting stuck at the door, taking thermite damage. And aim assist getting fully surrounded.
Okay. We have Optic Gaming on low ground here, trying to get a couple tricky angles on this Dorito. There is that Newcastle wall, which is still provides a little bit of that stun and shock. But no problem for Val because they're going to just walk up and get that angle. And somehow, those railings are tricky. I swear, they just don't take damage. They might as well be solid walls with how the bullets just do not go through those railings sometimes. And I do see Xset also has made an appearance in this fight. Hackus is way further up than the rest of his team and took a brunt of those bullets.
Yeah, Hackett's doing really good entry damage there and staying alive. So this is looking really good for Xset as they do clean up Optic Gaming. So that is aim assist and Optic Gaming both out. That Dorito fight took a little bit too long, allowing Xset to walk across the entire map basically in third party it. So yeah, Xset the winners out of that, and we're down to 11 squadrons.
I know, but they need to go ahead and start moving up north. I'm surprised we had so many teams in that central area for a bit. Elevate still holding that bridge. You can see Reeds is poking at them a little bit, trying to push up into a better spot.
That's crazy, though. BRD, this is the team that we saw earlier. It was Reeds and Vayne that 2v3 the tripods, and, that's just not something you see very often. I'm sure Sorcerer was behind, coaching, cheering, all the above, but that's nuts to see them all 3 up here still.
Yeah, so I think I'm hearing the audio, but this a little bit of a screen freeze. We'll get that sorted out in just a second, guys. I hear a wingman. It sounds like it maybe has the skull piercer on it. I think,
menacing.
Unfortunately, none of those shots hit. Yeah, none of those shots hit, I'm going to say.
Definitely not.
Grenade. That was a big grenade. Big grenade, though. I'm just kidding, guys. I don't know. I see what you see. It's okay. It's okay. We're sorting it out. Next
a knock.
slide, please. That was a knock. I did hear.
I think I hear Horizon crying.
I hear a fuse ult, and that is a ring of fire. Big cracks, double cracks. Big quick reload, and
Prowlers.
I hear a vault.
Prowlers.
Knuckle cluster. No connection on those knuckles, though. More vaults. This is an Apex quiz. Who would pass the test of the sound of every single gun and footsteps? Believe it or not, that is something that we actually have tested each other with.
Hitting a big med kit here. The wingman's just so distinct, you know? There is no, it's just got so much punch and bass. A lot of wingmans running around right now. A nice crack there.
I'm pulling the stream up, Andrew, and on the stream I see it's going to video, but it's still the frozen for me, so I could... Yeah, and it looks like E8. Yeah, I'm gonna refresh mine.
Bogey here.
Should I hit refresh now or wait? I see. All right, and we are back, and our feeds are back, so you guys don't have to listen to us guess anymore. Let's go ahead and take a look at Slept On as they pop the ult. All three players alive and up. Thank you guys for staying with us during this. I appreciate you so much for being here.
8 squadrons alive. This is a pretty interesting zone here.
Oh,
What? Oh, it's a knock. It's a knock.
Okay, I was about to say, I thought there was a live body behind him. It was just a knock wedged in a corner. Indeed, 8 squads still alive. XSET playing strong, but let's go ahead and take a look under the icicle here as we see the gas traps going down.
One of the clown caustics throwing down the gas, and it does look like we're getting some height here. No, they're just going to retreat. We have not seen much action from the caustics today, so... Yeah, they're definitely going to be coming out on World's Edge. It does look like Smiley is the team that's taking the brunt of this, trying to run the Watson instead of the Caustic. And
Solo.
it's going to be a 1v3 situation here as...
Oh, look, Andrew, look at the silhouettes.
They might not have a seer. They might not have a seer.
They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They know. They do know.
Okay.
They do know indeed. And Slept On will take out the last player of Smiley. XSET in a pretty aggressive spot, playing split again, keeping a close eye on what's going on the other side of that icicle. This could be a big game for them. The Digi Optic in connecting a big shot right there. That with the... Look at this. Him yeeting the smoke across the map, charging the Sentinel with the Sentinel buff, taking less shields to charge.
Looking pretty good, but...
That is a dirty combination right there.
Elevate's
Good gameplay.
getting run up on. Aberlelli trying to hold down the top of this with CLG, but they're pretty well surrounded here. They're in a great spot, so a lot of teams are focusing them. And I do see, yeah, one member of Elevate going down there to Aberlelli with the bow check. So 7 squads up. The zone is pretty small to facilitate all the teams, and they're starting to step on each other's toes as they maneuver to the final zone.
I love how CLG completely changes their comp between the two maps. I think it shows so much versatility, and I really am liking Aberlelli on CLG. I think this is a good fit. This is the second week I'm watching them play, and I like it. They ran that comp last week as well on this map. and it's aggressive, but it works. It absolutely works. All right, the Digi-Optic. Look at this. The smoke at range, using them both up, and then not only that, just getting the 10 damage with that and holding these angles. And I'm not sure if okay, we do have a solo right here. NRG's played exceptionally well tonight, but we do respect the rats.
Oh.
Let them try to solo it out.
No, and it was the Bangalore with the Digi threat on the sniper that did get taken out as we were looking at the rats. Psycho also going down, and it's going to be a 2v2 as Zerbo is trying to swing here with the Volt. One on the roof, taking a little potential here for Xset to get the reset. I think Nox Swoon had overstepped a little bit, and this is going to be pretty dicey here as we did get Nox Swoon up. 3v2 situation here. Xset trying to get this. They don't want the res above them to take place. And I would assume at this point they're probably taking shots from the side as well. Yeah.
I wish we could get a stat of how many smokes that we have had the Bangalores throw out in this lobby. I don't know if that's a trackable stat, but I have just never seen so many puffs of smoke on the map. CLG still in aggressive position, holding a little bit spread here. All three players alive with the care package weapons in hand.
Yeah, they're playing a really nice split up on the top side. That was BRD finally is eliminated. And Xset did get the reset down in the canyon, so they're going to try to hold that low bridge area and see if they can't get out of there. But CLG holding a nice split here. Double reds and a gold. CLG, not with many kills, though, you know?
No, not many kills, but they're hopefully about to be top 5 here. Just one more team needs to go out. 6 squads alive. Round 5 is closing. 100 damage right there to the face with the 301. Having to avoid the arc star a bit. Try to pop a heal and hold off 2 teams in front of them as they need to find a little safe space for this next zone.
Not looking like they did, and they are going to be taking shots from the left and the right. They're going to try to use the gas potentially for smoke cover and a smoke as well, and they are just getting grenaded out.
Big nades there. CLG going down. Those are some good grenades out of Lou indeed. OLN racking up the kills this game.
They are holding the trailer. Is that their third, or is that a rat up on the top of Zerbo?
We have Xset all together now in the spot
There, the rat.
where CLG just was. We're down to the final few teams.
Yeah, 3 squads up. So you can see 7 players total. So we have 2 full squads, Xset, and we have a rat up on the north side. So that rat's always going to be a little bit of an issue here, as you don't want them to grief you on the 3v3. So it does look like we are getting a bit.
Little rat cam.
Nox Swoon does not know where that rat is and needs to be careful here. Nox Swoon got knocked earlier. Oh, they did ping it. So aware of the rat now. And yeah, just got to be very careful. That could really foil their plans as they try to get this 3v3 out of the way here. And the team in the trailer, I don't know. That's a tough spot to be. If there's any grenades left for Xset, they're going to have a pretty easy fight. But odds are they don't have any.
All right, the rat is found indeed and going to end up going down there. Slept on, eliminated, and now we have a 3v3 for the final 2 teams and a bit of a wide swing angle as one player left the trailer. Not sure if they grabbed a shield swap there. Looking for them as they're now getting shot with a cool 75 damage. Kind of getting a little stunned, a little blurred as Bang gets the shield swap. Throwing the stun down and somehow does connect a little bit of that and that wingman shot. How? Great shots out of Naughty. Not able to get the reload in time. And OLN with a banger of a game 4 in the winners of the first game on World's Edge.
I'm not sure how they pulled that off exactly. They were in the trailer 1 second, and then right when Xset pulled up to get the rat, they kind of dispersed from the trailer, and I didn't really see him. I just saw bullets raining down, and then they won. A really nice split from them there at the end.
Yeah, one guy left the trailer.
Look at this Arc Star. Ooh, it was right there. That Arc Star was nuts.
That was a good game.
Yeah, that end zone, it just, there's only that trailer's the only safe spots of all the teams on the outside. Typically, depending on where the end zone is, if it's in a city, we could have 12 squads up when we only had 2. So yeah, the zone pools are definitely very influential on these games. Let's go. So really good game there for OLN. That is the first dub on the day for them, and huge amount of points and kills. 15 kills. Sheesh, 27 points. Xset also up there. Slept on. Hey, we haven't seen them too much today, so they're going to be very happy to get the 11 points and the 4 kills out of that. Elevate also. BRD. The top 5 teams all needed points. Look at that.
That was good. This is going to shake up the top 10 by quite a bit. Tripods, unfortunately, did not connect that many points, so they are in potential to not qualify on tonight to play tomorrow if they can't get, I'd say some nice points for the next game or two. I think they're in 7th place overall, but we'll get the overall scores up to you guys in just a second. But OLN taking game 4 with a clean dub and 27 points.
Very cool. Yeah, another well-played game. We saw a couple more Cossacks in the mix there than normal. Didn't really have too much influence on the game, though, because, as we know, Cossack thrives in the game, in buildings or in very congested areas. So that was just a wide open, snowy slope. Very, very bad for a Cossack on a team at that scenario. And, yeah, the trailer was held by OLN. They did need that dub, so well played by them, guys. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you guys. We have 2 games left on World's Edge, and that's going to wrap up the day for us. So we'll see you back in a few minutes.
We love Horizon. Eliminated, and now we have a 3v3 for the final 2 teams in a bit of a wide swing angle as one player left the trailer. Not sure if they grabbed a shield swap there. Looking for them as they're now getting shot with a cool 75 damage. Kind of getting a little stunned, a little blurred as Bang gets the shield swap, throwing the stun down, and somehow does connect a little bit of that and that wingman shot. How? Great shots out of Naughty. Not able to get the reload in time, and OLN with a banger of a game 4 in the winners of the first game on World's Edge.
While the Rolling Thunder does come down and provides some level of movement forward here for Luminosity, those ordinances are just so punishing. A drop down to the low ground, but his Watson and Gru don't find the knock. They're going to turn this one right back towards the edge of zone, and right around do they find that RE45, just as nasty as it is. First drop onto Yanya, now potentially more.
I'm gonna have nightmares of the sounds of RE45s in the hands of others as Panders just absolutely goes in, making that clean sweep for Luminosity, but it's Oxygen who wants a piece of this. Hill actually with more damage than Furia. That Digi threat on the RE45 is gonna be the nemesis of Crook as he falls. Hill taking too much damage, now enemy the last one standing in a 1v2 scenario.
Oh, Furia here, last member left standing alive. Oxygen, full flesh as well. One more shot will do him in. Oxygen, even with a third, can't finish this one off.
Hello and welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. We are getting ready to start game 5 and the last 2 games. We're going to go ahead and get right into the overall scores.
Yeah, it's going to be the first game on World's Edge completed. Scores are going to be quite spicy here because we had several teams in the bottom 10 just get big points there in the last game. So yeah, we're going to see OLN notably jumping up into 2nd place there. NRG retaining 1st place, but just barely, as we have randoms coming up into 3rd place. I'm looking down further. Karasuno coming up into 9th place. Tripods barely hanging on to 10th at the moment. And another surprise, too, for me, Optic Gaming outside of the top 10 right now. Not doing a whole lot today after the first couple games. And yeah, a couple teams on the bottom really going to be looking for some points. Aim assist, another one too. I mean, if you look at the roster on aim assist, just really surprising to see them down with only 6 points. So yeah, we gonna have a big couple games here as we finish up 2 more games on World's Edge.
Yeah. All right, and you notice some of the teams that are on the right-hand side of your leaderboard, it is going to be a heartbreak of a night if they cannot qualify, because some of those teams are some that did not have enough points for the playoffs, the $20,000 playoffs. You guys, there's a couple things in chat. You can do exclamation point now to see the current scores, exclamation point final to see the final, more information about the 20K that'll be happening later this month. This is a qualifier, no prize money on the line tonight. It is all about the top 10. Top 10 is all that matters. We're getting ready to start game 5. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for the Seer Heirloom giveaway. That is another thing that is going to be happening tomorrow. You do not want to miss it. You can do exclamation point giveaway in chat to know more about that.
Yeah, Juka, and that is 2 Horizons out of 18 teams. So yeah, if you're just getting here or recently tuning in, Horizon did get a little bit of a tweak, and we used to see over half the teams running Horizon, and it's down to just single digits and 2 Horizons in this lobby today right now. So that's going to be just big. I mean, in my opinion, that's one of the biggest changes in Apex in the past couple months, and really making an impact today on the players selecting their teams.
All right. So, guys, just to quickly recap as we're getting ready and the players are dropping in this game 5. But Energy has already qualified for tomorrow based off the score that they have, and also for the overall playoffs. They're sitting in a really high placement, 6th place for the entire series so far. So you will be seeing Energy not only tomorrow, but also later this month in the 20K. Looking good for them. And we're going to get right into it as we do see Tripods and BRD right on top of each other yet again. Through the smoke, Reed's getting that cool damage. Definitely at a deficit as far as shields go. Not a fair fight as far as armors, but Reed's doing the best he possibly can with it and getting Gent down with that flatty hipfire.
Yeah, this is going to be a fight that Tripods really, really wants to win. Tripods had to sit and watch the entire 25-minute last game and talk about what they could possibly do differently here, and it does look like Nick Merckx and Gent both down already. I don't even think BRD has taken a single damage, it looks like, one of their shields.
No. They definitely have. They just kind of had some of the players caught out. This is a tough POI to fight in because, the teams from Skyhook could just swoop on in. The teams from right around the corner, it's just so easy to third this POI. And there's such dominant high ground, and there's a risk reward with going to that low ground area to grab those shields, and it was not worth the risk, as you could see. His Tripods did get that shield, but ended up going down for it because one player was just split on low ground. James Fearless going down to protect Full's Prowler shots. Oxy trying to hit a couple of wingman shots to connect. These Prowlers are so fun, so satisfying to watch in the pros' hands. And we're getting a little bit of some Bloodhound on Bloodhound.
Same skin?
Okay. We're going to move on over here. You guys saw nothing. Don't worry about it at all, as we saw the little Bloodhound disrespect.
Yeah, you don't love when teams are landing on you, and you want to let them know, that dominance was asserted and that they should probably not land there ever again or even consider rotating through there. So that's what the finishers are, and, that's where the love is.
All right, you can see Complexity here. Complexity, one of the teams that likes to get into a good position in zone pretty quickly, trying to figure out where exactly they want to rotate from. Triple blue shields as they walk on by. Leaving Fragment heading down towards Harvester.
Yeah, Complexity, they're playing okay today. A lot left to be desired for them, and they are running a pretty interesting comp here with the Valkyrie Crypto Watson. No Bangalore.
Well, they usually have been running Newcastle, so this is newer for them to not be rocking that.
No Seer,
They
no
won
Bangalore.
last week's qualifier. They played really, really well last week, getting first place, but then in the final, it definitely left something to be desired for the final. And that's why they are back here again in the final 6-week qualifier.
And Bangalore becoming meta is kind of amazing. I really hope it sticks somehow. I really hope it sticks. It does look like all the teams rotating down to the southern part of the map, as we are final destination thermal station. So it's already pretty well occupied down there. 18 squads up, a nice healthy amount of teams heading into Thermal Station. There are a lot of areas that you can fight off of. So, yeah, we should have a really sweaty in-game here. And also consider Tripod's still up. I don't know if they're getting a full reset or
I
not.
saw Deeds, Andrew. I saw him in between two teams right there. I don't think he got banners, but I don't know.
Hey.
I don't know. We'll have to go back in and check on that in a minute. But
That is...
Complexity's still rotating a bit here.
Yeah, Tripod's in 10th place with only 2 games left. And, yeah, they didn't qualify in the previous week either. So, yeah, they're really trying to figure it out here. I know they've been playing some other games recently a little bit as well. So, you know, you never know. I would assume that could be a two-edged sword there, because a little time off sometimes helps your mental and helps you focus up a little bit. But, yeah, they're going to need to really perform on these last 2 games.
I mean, let's not forget how absolutely stacked not only are these qualifiers, but also the finals. The finals being even more so stacked because those players have earned a spot just the previous, week before to be playing there. Tripods just barely didn't qualify. I think they only fell 2 points short. So look at this sneak attack, everyone. Shh. We do have the little crouch walk here as we have Sweet.
Wait.
Looking up.
Chuga, they're playing Horizon instead of Bangalore Energy.
No, I know. And here we go. They're swinging wide. They're found out, connecting 3 of those wingman shots. And they did have a successful sneak attack with the headshot as well. Guild got the Prowler out, and we're going to finish that there with a little style and just style on the guard as they had a vicious sneak attack.
Yo, somebody stop Guild. What was that? Gross.
I mean, that was a full play. Like, that's not a play that you see in pubs with randoms. That is not what that is. Like, you all have to be on the same page for that.
That was 5 wingman shots in a row connected, then a wingman shot headshot for 99, and then a spin around Prowler knock. So
with style.
yeah.
Absolutely. And there's the last one there. They're going to scan and find out. And you know what? They have a Horizon and a Valk, so they can easily drop down here and clean up the guard. The guard, I know, we're very surprised by that. But Guild might end up going down here. He's one shot, and he does, but they're really far. I don't think that they're going to be able to get there. With the big Ash ult! The only legend that could punish this knock from that distance. And NRG might end up going down here. They're paying for it. 1 player left, connecting the PK shots. Juicy PK shots, but NRG eliminated.
Dude, I mean, 30 seconds ago, we would say NRG is vibing. Wow.
Andrew, they had the best comp to push on that knock. That knock from far with the big Ash ult, oof, that was nice.
That was very nice. Really great play there that was the aim assist team of Designful, Chaotic Much, and Funk.
That was a good play. That was a great play. I'm excited about that one. That's going to make the recap. That was a good one.
We were talking earlier, other rotational characters, and chat, you guys were saying that Ash was definitely an option too. If you're trying to get high ground and you want to try something different. So that's the first time we've seen that work today, and that was very useful.
I don't know. That makes me want to try Ash out a little bit. I don't know. That was a great play again. Aim assist, a team that is super comfortable fighting in thermal. They have a lot of time and experience landing and fighting there. Let's go ahead and take a look at OLN as we walk up here, get the PK shots, and most likely, yep, the knock indeed. Getting the reload, and we're just going to kind of pick this team off one at a time. All in a Seer ult. They're just trying to quickly grab height and get out of that ult. Going to swing wide here. Looking for the best entry point and taking a ton of damage in the back.
Yeah, a little bit lost here as we're looking for people to shoot, and yeah, they do get a recovery here. It's gonna should be the cleanup here for OLN, as it's just 1 player left doing a lot of work, but yeah, Zerbo finally does get taken out, and
look who's here. Look who's here. This is not going to be good at all. Elevate all 3 players. Party of 3 just walked in. The PK is up and ready. Connecting 30 damage right there. A solid knock on the Seer. Oh, they lose a player as well. Might have a 2v2. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't see the other ones. They are all out. They are eliminated. Indeed. That was a very good third party from Elevate. Good cleanup indeed. They just barely got there in time.
Yeah, 13 squads up. Thermal is the destination here. Elevate's still way out of zone here. Just fighting on edge. Happy to get the KP. And we do have BRD rotating in as we speak into a pretty congested area of the map. That's for sure.
Okay. BRD finding a spot. They're not immediately. Well, never mind. They are getting shot at immediately. I spoke a second too soon. They're looking for, there's not much defense. This is a fighting comp. This is a very, very big fighting comp, and they just landed in the dead center. Like, I don't know. This is going to be a hard position for them to hold.
Yeah, no one's really pushing. You can hear the caustic underneath them inside. And yeah, that is Abreleli, Mamba down there below. So we're just going to be waiting on the zone here. Is it going to pull up towards them, or is it going to pull more down towards Thermal? That'll be the question right now. I don't think they're really going to push anything at this moment while the zone is closing. We'll have a lot more information here shortly of where all these teams are going to have to rotate towards.
I like where Complexity is sitting right now. Is Complexity in the choke, or were they holding that building back there? It looks like they're in that choke, which I've seen that be a very dominant, aggressive spot to hold.
Yeah.
Since Random's in this building and there's another team just right across the way, neither one of those teams can overextend and leave if they do take a fight in the choke. So it's just one of those areas where you can just be in a good spot as long as you don't let anyone come up on that backside.
Both these teams are way out of zone. They're looking to get in. Elevate trying to just get around at this point. It did look like Xset had a much better position already holding the bridge. The zone is closing. You can see it in the background there. They have a Valk option. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get it off, though, due to the Valk floating in the air and not really going to have much cover there. Yeah, they can go from behind the crate. So they're just going to wait. We do have the next zone, so we'll have to wait and see what that looks like now, as all the teams are probably discussing how to rotate.
I don't know how that door just got cracked open a little bit, and we just have a beautiful view of the Seer heirloom. You guys can see on your screen there, exclamation point giveaway. If you want to be rocking the beautiful double blades like that, make sure you're here tomorrow to win the giveaway. All right, Random in a pretty safe spot with the gas right behind the walls. He's looking down the sights of his gun, getting the information on where the heartbeats are, and just kind of holding the building. That's really the play style that you have when you have a Newcastle and especially a Caustic on the team.
Yeah, Elevate with Diff today. Diff taking a big chunk of damage right there. Staying alive is the most important part. If he goes down there, they definitely get full sent by Xset. It's going to be rough for them, but they do have to rotate here very soon. I'm not sure what the holdup is at this point. Certainly, they're not going to try to take the fight against Xset on the bridge. And maybe just trying to rotate late and already knowing there's not a great spot for them to land. No playable areas are going to be easily found with a Valk ult, so maybe just trying to late rotate and see if they could land potentially on a third party to get some easy KP. But this is going to be a rough situation for them with 13 squads up. This is definitely not where they want to be.
Those knuckle clusters were from so far away. They were from the team that we watched Valk ult across the map. Like, those knuckle clusters were saying, don't rotate this way. You need to go around the other way. You can see Aim Assist has moved over to this no-name area. They don't have a building, but this is right where they ended up fighting NRG. And they haven't really moved too far from this area.
I like how they're just using the one Watson fence there.
Yeah. It's not even their fence.
No.
It's not even their fence. Yeah, so yeah, I do the same thing. Just make sure you don't forget. Make sure you don't forget and run into it later on. But yeah, it provides visual clutter for everyone. Okay, and the wall is down. The wall is down as they do walk up, take quite a bit of damage from Aim Assist. And they're going to try to play this low ground area. Is Complexity still in that choke?
They are here. Random's trying to get underneath, and it does look like they just barely made it here. almost going down in the process.
You see the Newcastle tactical in the car? I don't know if I've seen that before. It was like actually like glitched in the vehicle a little bit.
Nice. Nice. And they did use their wall to move up here. I'm not sure that was the best use of the Newcastle walls. It's going to be pretty much unplayable now. But maybe they had to. Maybe they were about to go down. And this is a big fight as 3 teams converge right on the edge. This is where I said Elevate did not want to be. So many teams here on the edge. And it does look like Elevate going down in the kill feed. Like I said, I don't know where they were going to play. And it was not looking good for them. So they do go down in the kill feed. Trying to land. Trying to get a third party on the edge there. But it's such a coin flip. It's really, really not what you want.
Optic Gaming with only 22 points. Look at how tight they're playing together. They're all 3 moving as one as they rotate over and around. We do still have 2 teams on top of each other here, followed by Aim Assist on the edge. And Complexity is in that choke. Look at them. Look at that map. The purple team in the kind of the center of your screen. And they are going to go face-to-face against Optic Gaming. Dropped is the sub for the team tonight. They need some points. They absolutely need points. They're sitting with 22 points in the middle of the pack, and they want to play in tomorrow's 5K. They need some points this game.
11 squads. That is way too many teams. We're about to have about 4 fights at the exact same time.
We do have 2 solos, though. I don't know if you guys could see that on the top left-hand side of your screen. We had 2 solos. So Deeds was still alive. Another team that really needs some points is going to be Tripods. Deeds trying to survive as long as possible to get some of those placement points. Maybe even a kill or 2 at the end if he can find a good opportunity. All right, Xset rotating in. Kind of pushing out. Looks like maybe this is just a loot mission. Yeah, they're grabbing some loot. Got to get something better for fun. That blue shield was not going to cut it for late game. And CLG in the thick of it right now in the tunnel.
Yeah, it does look like CLG is going to be holding down the tunnel as a duo right now, as Mamba is already knocked. Aberlele trying to get a bat off. Nano doing some work while Aberlele heals. And here we go. Aberlele immediately getting knocked. It does look like Season's going to come in here and end the day, or in this game for CLG, as the final player does try to run away, but going to run into another team. So not looking good there for Nano. Really nice play there from Season.
You can see Aim Assist ended up avoiding the no-name fight in the middle of a ring of fire, it looked like, as we just witnessed another Ashe ult into this little low ground area, but there is a team right above them. That snag, I don't know how that didn't connect anyone. It seemed to just like frisbee right over top. Popping smokes in the little area here. They're going to try to keep full health as much as possible. And it looks like Deeds was found. Complexity somehow found Deeds. I don't know if he tried to do a rotate through that cut, but he traversed quite a big distance in a short amount of time.
Ooh. Holy my.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That was a solid 180 right there. Aim Assist looking good indeed, as they're going to drop down here and clean up BRD. All 3 players should be able to loot and heal up for just a little bit before they get pushed again, as we have 2 teams on the other side fighting, and Complexity on high ground looking down at them.
Yeah, it does look like this position is not going to be safe. Both these teams need to rotate in. Complexity's already holding the choke here, so these guys might just be playing for 5th place and a couple KP at this point, as Random's using a Caustic and try to push into the building. Both teams, I think, have Caustics here. So yeah, I hear traps going down all over the place. This is going to be a pretty big mess, unless you're a Caustic. But I bet 4 of the 6 players here are going to be having a choking fit here shortly.
A choking fit. Yeah, Andrew, they are. I was just going to say, why can't they try to rotate around? Like, they're going to take just a smidge of the damage. And look at that heirloom looking mighty good as Crummy rotates around here.
Yeah, there's a team. Aim Assist is sitting there waiting for him.
I don't know. I mean, what do? You want to climb up?
No.
You want to climb up on Complexity, or you want to fight equal ground with Aim Assist? I mean, they're taking the lesser of 2 evils in that instance there. You just can't do that climb up. There's just no way.
Nope.
Xset having to take the bomb damage there. A little bit of some self-inflicted damage.
Yeah, here comes the zone.
Here comes the zone, and the bodies are going to be hitting the floor, as Designful is getting a cheeky angle as Crummy is on low ground, but did a good job of avoiding those damage those bullets, but going to take a tick or two a zone, and then even, I think, have a gas to have to avoid.
Oh.
Solid 91 PK shot, followed by another 45. I don't know if aim assist. Yeah, aim assist takes Smiley and Random.
Yeah,
Both
really
teams
nice
going
play
out.
there. And you could see Amos is barely staying alive here as the Zynful is going to be the last one up here. Complexity holding. This is one of the best positions for this zone. Such a good composition for this as well with the Watson. Watson for that zone, way better than Caustic. It's just out in the open, but the fences do cover all of the choke points. His Complexity is going to clean up aim assist, and now it's going to be 3 squads left. I know there's at least two full teams over here.
Oh, everyone died on the other side then. Okay. This is X set. Optic inside, X set on the roof.
And it looks like Complexity is poised to win this game right now. Optic was inside the building with dropped, and they were getting harassed by X-Set on the roof. And yeah, Complexity's probably just going to get a free cleanup here, as they're just going to hold the edge and make sure nobody pushes up. Wouldn't be surprised if they throw some fences down just to ensure they can just chill here. And I think X-Set and...
I see a Kraber. I think it's, yeah, I see a
Nice.
Kraber and I hear a Kraber. I don't know if that connected at all, but yo, Complexity on the height there, Andrew, and with a Kraber in hand. I mean, how do you win this if you are Optic or X-Set? Like, is there any way you win this game?
You'd have to have, you like crouch maybe and form an alliance so that you can like 6v3 against Complexity. But other than that, it looks like it's going to be going down here. The Kraber in hand from Monsoon as he's going to try to wrap around here. Both teams in huge trouble. They look like they were looking for Valk clearance, so possibly getting a Valk. No, not going to happen.
Connecting that shot right there as they were trying to do a quick climb up, popping the missile swarms as well, getting at least one more stun with that. And look at Complexity's angles.
Oh.
All right. Playing aggressive. They took over high ground here. Hopefully they did not send too early, but they said, you know what? We want these kills. We're in such a good spot. We're going to just stay on height. They might choose to back up a little bit as these bang bombs. They found a little spot where they were safe, believe it or not.
One bullet left, and the Kraber does miss. And Complexity, did they push in too soon here to win the game? They are on the roof. They're trying to get all of the kills here. They are able to...
Melee!
Boy.
The melee
Optic.
and Complexity loses someone. Complexity eliminated!
Yeah, first big loser of the fight. They push in a little too quick. Optic Gaming going to be able to get an easy cleanup here, as Complexity already did so much work on X-Set. So Optic Gaming gets the free win courtesy of Complexity, trying to get all the kills there, and their plan is foiled.
I mean, I feel like Complexity did a really good job of pushing up, but these teams are just too good.
They stay alive so well.
They stay alive. Just, they don't die. They don't die. And they were in such a superior position. I guess if they had just stayed a little bit longer, I mean, but that was just a great game overall.
A little bit of a blunder there, but you know, sometimes you gotta try things out. This is a good time to try things, I suppose. But yeah, Complexity's not gonna be happy with the result there, as looked like they might be taking the dub there. Both teams just staying alive so well at the end.
Complexity should probably had a couple of kills though. We'll have the overall game stats for you guys in just a minute. Looking at some highlights of this last game, and there were definitely a lot of highlight moments.
Yeah, the way the zone was pulling, I mean, Complexity wouldn't have been able to stay up on the high ground for much longer. You see, it's
Right.
pretty much at that point all the way collapsed anyways. So we can see, yeah.
Without a doubt, let's get right into the Game 5 scores, the game that you just witnessed. Now, these are not the overall. This is just for Game 5. Optic Gaming with 6 kills and a dub. That's going to be an 18-point game for them. X-Set with 5 kills, 14 points. Aim Assist with 8 kills, 13 points. Complexity there. We did watch them. They only ended up with 5 kills, but that is still a solid 12-point game for them, followed by Season rounding out your top 5.
Yeah, one team that's is really being pressed today. Tripods, we're going to keep a close eye on them. I think that's going to drop them out of the top 10 for the day. And yeah, that was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy game overall. We've seen a couple Caustics now in the lobby making a little bit of an impact here. But I would say overall, that game just all came down to positioning in the zone pool. It could have pulled Thermal. A lot of teams went down to Thermal anticipating that, but it did do the hard tree pull all the way to the other side of the mountain. So Complexity was actually in a really good spot there. They had the decision. They were in a good spot where they could go either to tree or to Thermal, holding that choke. So that's a really smart spot that they were ended up holding there. But unfortunately, couldn't quite get the victory there for Complexity, but it goes that way sometimes, guys. We're going to be right back with the final game on World's Edge. We hope to see you there. We'll wrap everything up for you guys. Complexity, did they push in too soon here to win the game? They are on the roof. They're trying to get all of the kills here. They are able to...
Oh, boy. The melee
Optic.
and Complexity loses someone. Complexity eliminated.
Yeah, first big loser of the fight. They push in a little too quick. Optic Gaming going to be able to get an easy cleanup here as Complexity already did so much work on XZ. So Optic Gaming gets the free win courtesy of Complexity, trying to get all
Hello and welcome back. We are His and Hers Live. We are your casters for this evening. I am Juka. That guy over there is Andrew. And we are already down to the final game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the overall scores and figure out who really needs to show up in this last game. Total leaderboard right in front of your face. You can also do exclamation point now to see the scores in front of your face in chat. NRG still on top. They've been sitting up there for quite some time. And you know what? Not only are you going to see them tomorrow, you will also see them in the playoff as they have already qualified for the 5K tomorrow and the 20K playoff later this month. OLN with 50 points, only 1 point behind NRG. Optic Gaming moving all the way up to third place. Tied with them is going to be XSET and then our randoms. Now, this is just top 10. No prize money tonight. It is all about the top 10. That is what we're looking for. So we need to keep a really close eye on, look at how close these scores are. 32 points for CLG. VR Demons with 28. The Guard with 26. Tripods, Karasuno with 25 apiece. And I'm shocked to even see Aim Assist down there. Close scores, Andrew. Really close scores. We might see a bit of an upset as we're going to see some shuffle of VR Demons, Guard, Tripods, Karasuno in this final game.
Yep.
All right. These fights have been so fierce, so fast. We had a couple more third parties that game, more than we've seen so far for the entire night. I'm not sure if that's just, mid-tournament games. They just want to get them over with. I feel like, the play style, first game and then mid-game and then the last game of the tournaments really do change a bit. And then the fact that there's also only 18 teams in tonight's lobby.
Yeah, I'm gonna be keeping a close eye on Tripods here, guys. We're gonna need to get some good energy for them. They've last couple games, man. I can only imagine it's been stressful for them. So we're gonna be seeing another 50-50 on drop here for Tripods, and yeah, fingers crossed that they get that pulled off so they can get in the top 10 here and move on to the final tomorrow. But yeah, overall, games have been really cool. I love the way they've been playing. Different comps, different strategies. And a lot more zone holding and not so much inting. Some of the previous series we've seen, the comps are a little more inty, where teams just the fights are just over in 1 second. Everyone just dogpiles. But yeah, a little more strategic playing here as we had 13 squads up as the second to final zone was starting to close. And you could see just the stress of the teams not being able to have any safety and having to try to play the hard edge. And I kind of like that. I like that style a lot better, having that many teams going into final zone. And, the teams that were in the best spot, for example, complexity, it pays off for them and they are able to hold the choke and they're able to do in-game things. And it's very exciting to see.
Oh, that's a really pretty view. Well done, observers. I like this view we're seeing here as the players fly in, and we're going to take a look at CLG, dotted white line on your screen. As you guys know, that is the next zone where it is pulling. Nobody in the lobby has that information yet. Look at how much real estate Optic has. Just the whole southeastern quadrant of the map. Like, there's just nothing near them. The fact that they're getting big mod lava and even could venture into dome if they wanted.
Yeah, and they get the free loot when they're rotating through geyser.
I don't even know if they're going to rotate to geyser. This could be a geyser end zone, as we're seeing right there, the next dotted line. And you know what? I think Optic's just going to sit tight. I think they're absolutely going to sit tight and just make sure they spread out and loot up early. And we're going right back into it. As you can see, tripods are going to be fighting BR Demons yet again. Deja vu ×3. Deeds with the purple shield.
Yeah, no one taking the center armors there. Opting to just land completely split. And one team took one side, one team took the other. And it does look like Tripod's going to go and get this person singled out over here. Tripod's sticking very closely together. And they did identify one player split over here. So this is looking pretty good as Tripods definitely have the surround here. Going inside, PK doing work. Nick taking some big damage and gonna go down to Saucer. Nick trying to swing in there. Saucer doing some great damage. It's gonna immediately be a 2v2.
Okay, they repaid that knock with another knock. So Deeds with the purple shield, full health still. Gent down to about 125 health. Providing a lot of damage as everyone is behind cover at the time. And going to be sending on Deeds inside as he was maybe trying to get a little quick thirst. Those beak shots were hitting. Not enough, though.
No.
Gent is the last player, but there are two up still, and they're going to go down. But that was so... Wait. Oh, no. Look how quick they rotated there.
Not like this.
Look at Reeds just barely getting out. Barely getting out.
I think there are some fists pounding on desks right now. This is not how they wanted to start the game or in the game, I guess, in the whole series. And they are out. Tripod's not making it in for tomorrow's finals.
That is an unfortunate early exit from them. I actually thought they might land somewhere else, but you know what? They wanted that practice. They wanted to try to do this contest, and that is a hard one, and I'm just surprised they got thirded so fast, considering there was just no thirds the other two ones, and that was a fast fight. All right, getting Arcane's banner. They're going to go back. I don't know where they're going to try to hit that actual res.
Yeah,
they're just going to be off the scene.
Guard tried to sneak in for a quick third party and immediately getting...
Well, they were the fourth. They were actually the fourth team to show up. Yeah. Random was the third, and then they were the fourth, and it kind of backfired a bit. Oh. But we do have an early fight out of Optic, so they've already rotated away from Big Mod, and now they are fighting face-to-face.
Yeah, and there are two teams over here. You could see one team sitting inside that little dome area waiting the third party this potentially, so Optic Gaming has to be very careful. Unbeknownst to them, they are going to get thirded immediately, so they have to all stay at least alive so they can maybe quickly heal as they do take the roof here.
Oh, getting a lot of damage right there as they were trying to kind of hide behind that Watson ult. And I love these zipline and building fights. Drop doing a cool 75 damage, just going to opt to stay up and heal as much as possible. Knocked with hardly any health. Has to avoid this arc star. I'm not sure where it was, and they're chasing.
Yeah, and
they are absolutely chasing.
Complexity sitting close by, basically just crouched, waiting for this fight to clean up. And it does look like Complexity, instead of pushing that, is going to go ahead and back off. So, lucky for Optic Gaming there, honestly.
All right, all right. Looking over in an aerial view of Geyser, you can see we have CLG at the top side of your screen. And it looks like they just kind of want to sit there for a bit and maybe see where the next zone is pulling to.
Yeah, as we saw, the zone was definitely pulling towards Geyser / Big Mod, so...
That is ballsy to craft your shield up. But you know what? It is so important. I'm surprised with the charge rifle, they're taking the risk to craft that shield, especially without a Bangalore to provide some smokes. But using that actual Geyser itself as some clutter. 2 gold shields. Loba on the squad. The loot should be pretty good. This team looks like they might have done the tunnel
vault?
loot. Yeah, they definitely look like they did the vault.
Yeah, double gold's pretty good to have, especially at this stage in the game. And yeah, it does look like we have a couple teams exiting Epicenter. And
Ooh, they might be waiting, Andrew. This might be.
Yeah,
Oh, this is
a little
definitely a sneak attack waiting to happen.
trap.
They are waiting. This is a trap that has been set. Lou's poking his little head up. He's looking. No heartbeats.
Elevate potentially going to walk into this trap is they are super split. And
Elevate's acting like they know they're there, though. I think they
might.
know. I think
might.
they know.
OLN's going to push in, maybe catch one of the members a bit split here. They're going right down the center, though, so this actually could be them going into a pinch.
Oh, nice shots right there. Wanting to get the scan as well to show the team how low they really are.
Presley immediately going down there, getting Sear canceled with the heal. Unfortunate. OLN looking like they are going to take this fight relatively quickly, unless... Was that a third party from the hill?
No, I don't know. This is
seem
kind
very
of weird.
paranoid.
I know they're just playing it a little slow and doing about equal damage. Oh no, not equal at all.
Oh, that's the third player from E8 Elevate. So Elevate's super split. Now it's a 2v2 as Golden is going to maybe get this battery off, landing directly on the Seer.
Oh.
These wingman shots are going to have to go crazy. Holy,
And they did.
bro.
They did go crazy.
1v1 scenario here. Naughty going to turn around and try to clutch it up for the team, but those wingman shots went wild.
Seer not getting anyone on the scan, just full committing, sticking that res, getting Lou back up, and now we're going to slide and just try to look for it. Wingman R9 shooting on low ground here. They did get the res off, it sounds like. Connecting one shot with the wingman. That is not enough. Still has a little bit of shield left. And this is a battle of taking damage with the zone as well. He hears, I think I hear another res. Yeah. All 3 players of OLN are now back up.
Dang, dude.
This is going to be a tough fight. Oh, right in front of you. And the 301 with the 3X is just going to be too good. Not getting on that scan either, but I think Lou has the upper hand here indeed, as this is a bit of a chase. Cheeky angle. Gonna probably have to stop chasing at some point and just hit a heal. Making me a little nervous. And there we go. Send Naughty in to finish what you started. All right, going back to the other side. We're going to look at a chase from the guard. The guard trying to quickly get to height as they're going to be face-to-face against Xset, and this could be bad for them. They had a bit of a sneak attack on them last game, and how did they get snuck up on 2 games in a row? No shot.
Yeah, Xset's able to recover here a bit, though. That was guard right on their backside, and yeah, Harvester fight is maybe
I would
down
be
here.
so frustrated if I was guard. You know what? They are one of the stronger teams in the lobby. Like I said, I'm super surprised to even see them in tonight's qualifier. But how on earth did they get snuck up on like that 2 games in a row with a team like right behind them?
Yeah, Crummy getting a good knock here initially. Karasuna going to try to hold it down. James Feeler's the last one up, and it is going to be at least a 2v1. Nothing that can be done here as randoms do barrel stuff and get that knock on the final person there. Xset going to come in as the third party, taking the loot and claiming the area, as we do see Namigo and Mercy taking a full jog as Crummy's banner does sit there still. Yeah, Xset taking all the loot for free here.
Xset looking good indeed. 11 squads. We still have some teams hanging out in this geyser area.
Yeah, I don't know if I recall seeing the next zone. I mean, we knew it could have pulled a little bit this direction, but I don't imagine it's going to for the final zone. I felt like it was going to be more of a big mod pull.
All right, Hakulo getting a cheeky couple of headshots right there on that Caustic as they poked up. Reptar with the immediate heal. Hakulo getting very low. Might end up going down here, trying to get that bat. I'm not sure if they're going to swing on him or not. Just getting shot from both sides. Laying low. Almost just sometimes have to avoid. Yo, I don't know how he can get to his team. He's trying. He's trying indeed, but there is just too many bullets on him. Laying low, and I just don't think there's a safe space where he's not line of sight of the two teams shooting down at him. How? He's alive. The best moves you ever did see on a fortified legend.
Okay, on World's Edge, would you rather have a Caustic on your team or a Watson?
Caustic because I like playing Horizon, and Watson's frustrating to play with Horizon.
Oh, Reptar taking the immediate charge rifle and Wingman in the side there. Clean and Hakulo going to try to clean this up, and there is a chance Hakulo is going to push. Oh, I know they had... Okay, so this is a 1v1. The teams were very split. Hakulo going to try to clean this up. We're going to go ahead and slide into the Caustic gas. Holy, the double barrels aren't enough to stop. Hakulo's going to get the thirst and go ahead and run away. Maybe going to try to hit the geyser and go back for banners. But yeah, both of these teams were super split fighting here. Psycho, maybe another 1v1 here from Hakulo.
Okay, 2 players on slept on right now, though. Prowlers are up. We've seen so many Prowlers tonight, you guys. You do know there was a little bit of a buff, but Psycho
down.
I was going to say, the bracelet's not going to save you now. OLN all up. Going to swing on this, popping the smoke, getting the angles, and I think they should be able to get the final player out right there. Season eliminated.
Season thought they were in a great spot. They, unfortunately, are very close to where the end zone's going to be. So a lot of teams just going to go ahead, rotate through there, and yeah, Season went from very confident and comfy to back in the lobby.
Okay, guys, the final fights are happening right here. We're down to the final 10 squads. You can do exclamation point now to see which teams are on the chopping block, which teams may not qualify. We had about 5 teams that were really close. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. We did unfortunately already lose Tripod, so that is going to be the end of... They're not going to be playing tomorrow in the finals. Tripods have played very well this entire series, though.
Yeah, just a little bit on the short end of the stick today, especially with only 18 squads up. They were probably really looking forward to getting to the finals. Hack is taking some pretty big damage long range. All 3 players from CLG taking a peek here at Hackis, and that is... They're just really trying to rotate the zone, as we've said, big mod-ish ending. A lot of teams already there. You can see the Watson fences. You know, a lot of teams are probably already in big mod and the trailers outside. So with 9 squads up, we have some free edge fighting. So does CLG want this?
No, I don't know if they really even need to mess with it, honestly. I mean, they are one of the teams. They're sitting with 32 points, so they're most likely already okay. And they are also one of the teams that's sitting pretty, you know, higher up for the playoffs as far as points go. So we'll most likely already see them tomorrow in the playoffs. I feel pretty confident about that. Going over to Xset. Xset playing with Hackis as a sub on the squad. Xset with 40 points currently. We will most likely see them tomorrow. Valk ult as they're grabbing height and going to rotate most likely to the other side of this rock and try to find a safe space. You know, I like the back edge of that zone, but I think they're going to just opt for ultimate height. And I'm shocked that the team wasn't already sitting up here.
Yeah, what's crazy too is that Valk ult was nerfed quite a bit, the height on it, and just to see how high, I mean, they literally went over the highest part of that mountain. Valk ult used to be so crazy.
I can't believe how high it used to be. I can't believe you used to be able to go out of bounds and then pop a Valk ult from there. Like, I remember seeing 100 Thieves do some of, like, the nastiest Valk rotates on Storm Point, especially. They would oob out of bounds with an Ashe ult, and then they would Valk ult from, like, on top of a mountain. and they could cross the entire map. Like, it was a wee bit broken.
Yeah, CLG did end up moving up, taking this little peninsula, and they are going to try to push up. There's a definitely some there's gonna be a slight issue, and there's already a team in the trailer here. It is bots. Bots holding the high ground here, and they're back in the trailer using the Watts engine. A trailer with the Watts engine inside is actually really good cover, but bots don't want to stay there. They're gonna go ahead and back down and get one of the trailers outside of Big Mod.
I think the only way you could hold that is if you had a Caustic and a Watson. Like, it's really hard with just the one defense with no doors on that trailer as well. Like, it's, I don't know, you almost need the double defense. Okay, bots still rotating up towards the Big Mod area. Complexity, I see, is there only one player alive on Complexity's squad? Oh no, okay, just a little, they were too tight together. Okay, OLN in a choke point, OLN with a couple of kills already. 7 squads. And they're kind of surprised that no one's up here.
Yeah, but CLG is right there, so they have to be careful. They're just taking a little quick peek around. They do have a seer, so they're going to know.
Oh, Naughty. Naughty's wingman is just doing some things, indeed, with the heady and the body shots.
Yeah, and they're going to definitely hold down the trailer now. I don't think they can move much further, although there are several trailers right there on that low ground. They could probably go to the far backside closer to the mountain and take that trailer, which the zone pulls to sometimes, so they might have that as a plan B option. But in the meantime, they are holding this bin. They're getting shot from in the back from Big Mod, though, so I'm not sure there's a whole lot they can do while holding that trailer.
I mean, that's why they're trying to just fight inside the smoke right now. You know, to provide a little bit of cover from the teams that are not only shooting in them from the southwest, but also the teams back at Big Mod. I don't know if Lou gets inside alive, does he? He somehow does. As CLG now is taking a little bit of zone damage, scrambling to get into a safe spot. And, oh, they are low. They might go down here. They are going down here.
Yeah, they are the odd team out. They're getting focused from both sides. I don't know how, but OLN did recover. OLN almost going down there at the same time. CLG did get the short end of the stick. BRD also eliminated it through rotation. And OLN looking pretty strong here now as they get free shots from a team coming in from Lava Siphon.
Although Lou was a bit overextended, but did a ton of damage. Complexity in a fight. Looks like they just finished that as well. Okay, we have Optic Gaming still alive and OLN moving up to Big Mod. And this should be against 4 final squads. Take the pylon out and then spike those grenades. 1 player down. Great cracks with those nades. Indeed. Taking some damage. Lou is going down. 1 player left for OLN, and I don't know if he's safe out here. Both players trying to desperately get height as quickly as possible, take bots out. That was a good fight. That could have gone either way, and that was a close fight. And that was perfect because I think they should be able to reset.
Yeah.
As these other 2 teams now are kind of occupying each other.
That's going to be really nice for them. Free reset as Complexity is fighting here on the side. Nice shots here out of Monsoon. And going to go ahead and try to get the backside here. The Searolt going to be down for the opposing team. So Complexity in a big trouble here. Fighting inside of a Searolt if you don't have your own is almost impossible. As Bucks immediately goes down. Monsoon also getting swung on. And I think Optic Gaming just wins this fight based off the Seer ult. That Seer ult is so hard to fight out of. Complexity down, and it does look like
OLN had a bit of a reset, and they're now walking up, but Optic has not had a chance to fully heal up after that fight, and they're down a player. Woo. Naughty is connecting those shots with the car. Digi on the car, popping the smoke. Doesn't even need the car, because we still hit heads even with the wingman without the Digi. Last player up. Final 2 teams. OLN chasing down, and they're going to take that final game in tonight's qualifiers.
Yeah, nice ending there. I'm not sure if your Complexity there and the Seer ult comes down. I almost feel like you disengage. That's so hard. I don't know if they had any place where they could disengage, but they didn't have a Seer. They have more of an in zone comp with a Watson. So yeah, fighting inside that Cyril, man, it is brutal. I've been there.
I mean, the fact that they took that fight earlier on, that was just that was good. The 4 teams up, and it was a two teams fighting 2 teams. So kind of clean. You like to see it. It was a bit of a third party at the end though, because one fight took longer than the other.
OLN, solid last few games from
Andrew.
them. They're probably gonna win on the day, I would say.
I can't believe the guard got snuck up on like that twice. I don't know what volume they play Apex with, but you best believe they're going to be turning their volume up a little bit for the next tournament.
Yeah, complexity in the mix all day today, in pretty good positions here and there. So I don't think they're going to be upset about things. Couple infights for complexity didn't go quite the way they thought or wanted, but it's how it goes sometimes. Yeah, but really strong. Sivian, Naughty there at the end, putting on a lot of work, and this is game 6 scores here. 16 kills from OLN.
Wow, what a game indeed. What a way to wrap up the quals with a 16-kill game 6 out of OLN. 28 points. Optic Gaming, I'm not surprised they had a really strong game with where they landed, where that zone pulled. They really didn't have to take anything too risky. They had to just defend. They had to defend their area, and they did a great job of doing that with 17 points. Complexity in third with 10, Karasuno and Xset rounding out your top 5. All right. And we are done. We are done with tonight's qualifiers. We're going to get right to it and show you guys the final leaderboard, but that was a really spicy game. So these are the teams that you are going to see competing in tomorrow's $5,000 event. And
No
you
way.
were right. 78 points with OLN, Optic Gaming, NRG, Xset, Complexity, Random Season, CLG, BR Demons, and Karasuno. Congratulations, Andrew. Look at 11 and 12.
I don't believe it, man. I don't believe it. I know Guard has been playing so well recently. To see them in 11th place is pretty staggering, considering this is only a partial lobby and not the prime lobby. So Tripod's also right there. You got to feel for them. They were having some great momentum, but just slipping a little bit here. I'm sure they're gonna get back on their feet here. But yeah, big congrats to OLN on the day. Huge second series of games for OLN. Was in the mix earlier on, but man, some massive games there at the end. Optic Gaming also, guys, great performance today. That's really good to see. Although it wasn't their full team, right? Or did they have it? Were they just trolling with the names? I never know.
No, they did have a sub tonight. I'm pretty sure they had a sub. Sometimes
Okay.
they do a full name, but usually they don't troll with like an actual full pro player's name. But OLN, you love to see them play well tonight. Again, this was just a qualifier, so all that mattered for this was top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10. Top 10 will compete in tomorrow's $5,000 final. This is the final week for the Oversight Hyperlux series. Following up this series, there's a $20,000 playoff, and that's where a lot of teams are really trying in the finals to get points to the playoff. A lot of the teams that are in have already qualified, but OLN, the team that won tonight, has not qualified. They need to get a pretty decent placement tomorrow, and we might be able to see them not only tomorrow, but even in the 20K. So a lot of exciting things happening tomorrow. In addition to that, a Seer Heirloom giveaway. Make sure you do ! giveaway so you don't miss out on that. That's going to be around game 5 in tomorrow's tournament. And yeah, this was an absolute blast, an awesome qualifier. Thank you guys for sticking with us during the technical difficulties. We appreciate you. We had time to do a little Q&A in there indeed. And
I'd be very interested over the next couple days to see if Apex does release any official statement on the Horizon situation. As we saw today, this has been one of the biggest mix-ups we've seen in the past couple months for Apex Legends. The last series of games we only had one Horizon. So is this something that we're going to see moving forward, or is this just a bug that they're trying to work out? It's pretty shocking, and the difference in gameplay today was very noticeable. The strategies and the in-game, the mid-game fights, everything was a little bit slower. It's way slower to have to move around on your feet around rocks, to have to climb up on things. The whole game to me today felt slower, is where before everything was so fast, the fights were just instantly over. it felt like with Horizon. So very, very cool difference in fighting today, I feel like.
But guys, we are not going to be casting tomorrow or the playoffs, but maybe involved with the next split. But we just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning into any events that we are involved with. We love being here. We love hosting these events, and we are going to go ahead and sign out. But make sure you tune in tomorrow to catch all of the action with the rest of this series.
Peace out, guys.